Right, test one, two. There we go. Great. Let's grab everybody. All right. Welcome, everybody. Great to see you all today. Another beautiful day in OFA. Excited to get into it with you all. Does my audio sound okay? Yeah, sounds good. Awesome. Love to see that. So it's Tuesday, gang. D&T Day, as Trey loves to call it. So from 12 to 1, Trey Lewellen is going to hop up with us and we're going to have an ecom specific session. A lot of us, we're in Q4. It's time. Sales are happening. Conversions are flying. We want to make sure we're capturing as much as possible. So Trey's going to be here with us from 12 to 1 to ensure that we're doing that. But right now, from 11 to 12, we have open coaching. Any questions about anything whatsoever? Maybe it's a strategy behind your product, your business, your funnel, or maybe it's just the funnel itself. How do I make the funnel do this or look like this? Whatever questions you may have, I'm happy to be here and answer those questions for you. All you have to do is raise your hand. I think everybody knows the spiel on how to raise their hand, but in case you don't, all you have to do to let me know that you have a question, bingo, just like Marie, is raise your hand. If you're here to observe, you're perfectly fine to just hang out as you are. But if you have a question at the very bottom of Zoom, you'll see a little heart. That heart says react. If you click that heart, you'll see a button that says raise hand. Click that button, bingo. Just like Adrian, that will raise your hand. Just let you know you have a question. If you have a question come up at any time in this session, feel free to raise your hand then. All right, let's get right into it. Nikos is going to be first. Good morning. How are you today?
Hello, Dan. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
to see you. So I will go straight to the point.
Okay,
I'm gonna share my screen here.
you're good to go now?
Yes. I'm actually building a funnel with books. Okay.
Yep.
And I start with the lead funnel that I give for free. This book
Yep.
here. Okay.
I'm actually not seeing your screen yet, Nikos.
Ah, you're not seeing.
Not yet.
Okay. So maybe now can
Gotcha.
see.
Right.
Okay.
So your lead magnet is one book, right? And then you're sending them to a bundle after that to buy.
Yes, and I have a question about this because I'm not sure. So when they bring the email in, I have like a thank you message to say thank you and your ebook is on the way, like in your email.
Great.
And afterwards, I want to go for the upsell, and
Mm-hmm.
I have here the first book is like how to control your wealth, let's say. The second upsell is the compound interest,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if I have to make them buy here in this page or I should lead them to other page and have the copywriting and everything else. That's where
Great
I'm stuck.
question.
Yes.
Great question. Remember this, gang. As a marketer, one of my chief goals is to remove the steps necessary in the process for the customer to get the results. So, some interesting psychology here. First off, the first yes is the hardest yes to get. You're actually getting the first yes before this. It's a lead funnel, but they are still saying yes to you psychologically, even though they're not giving you money. Psychologically, they are saying yes. So you've already gotten a yes, and that's huge in the process. So now they land on this page, and we know as marketers, we should remove the steps necessary. So taking them to another page, hitting them with another sales letter, what's the price point that this is going to be?
I thought €7, let's say 6.99.
Great.
Very
So
cheap.
under $20, low price point. We should not take them to another page. What we should do is have that button open a pop-up. Right here on the page will be a pop-up with a simple headline, get your bundle here, an order form element that they can fill out, done. Then they can make the purchase right here.
So I have to put, let's say here, I have to put a form so they can give the informations and proceed to the to buying, right?
Not quite. Watch this. Let's go to your ClickFunnels account, please.
Here.
Yes. On the
Okay.
left-hand side, let me get my little tool. Click
How
that.
can I remove I think. Okay, yes. So
Nice. Actually, click that hamburger again. Open that back up. On the left-hand side,
Here?
that let me get my
Ah,
thing out of the way
here.
now. No, right here. Top left, that
Okay.
hamburger. Yes. Now go to this page right here. Oh, it's okay. Take me to this page now. Yep.
I did.
Edit. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Edit. Perfect. Okay. Let's go down to that button below.
To
Great.
this
Oh,
one.
and
Yeah.
yes. So you did good. But we're gonna change this. Click your button. Click the action. Yes. Open pop-up.
Open pop-up. Okay.
Bingo. Click anywhere on your funnel to get out of the settings. Just on your funnel. That's okay. Let's go back in the editor now.
Okay.
Yes. And what we can do is let's go to your other tab to the right. Let's go to that thank you tab. Nice. Reload the browser. Nice. Okay, now let's click the button. Okay, change just didn't happen yet. Click the button again. It's okay. The change just hasn't hit yet. Let's go back to your ClickFunnels account. Nice. So scroll down for me. Let's look at that button and we can see the black text. The button is now set to open pop-up. So right here on this page, when somebody clicks that button, your pop-up will open. Click that for me right there, the two pages button at the very top. Yep, that's your pop-up. Click show pop-up. Yep, there we
Oh,
go. So this will pop up right here on the page. Add a section, blank. Yep,
yes, yes.
add a one column row,
One column,
add a
yes.
headline, add a checkout. Your search is always enabled, so just type check. You don't even have to click your search, it's already ready. Yep. Bingo. Add that checkout element.
Ah, this one.
There we go. Nice. We can delete that checkbox, delete your checkbox element. Correct.
Alright, yes.
Great. So there we go. Now you might want to dress this up a little more, Nikos. Like maybe you want a headline and a subheadline right here. Maybe you want to add an image. I don't recommend that personally, but maybe you wanted to add an image. Actually, let me not even say that. This is a pop-up order form. It's very simple. On the page itself, you have all of your real marketing material, the sales material. The pop-up is very simple. It just has a headline and an order form. The headline is just confirming that they're filling out this order form to buy the product they were just looking at on that page. It's just congruency from page to pop up. It doesn't need to be a crazy headline. It could just be get your package name today. Bingo. Order form done. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great.
I also had in mind maybe I can bring like somewhere like here to add to cart like another 4 euros, another book for something else.
Yes,
An upsell
absolutely.
right here. I
So
want.
that is your order bump. Do you know what an
Yes,
order bump is?
I know. Yes.
Okay, great. You have what I like to call your flagship product. And that's I think in this case, the book bundle, right? The €7 book bundle. That's the flagship product. Anybody who's going to buy on this page, they have to buy that product. They cannot not buy, they have to buy the flagship. Bumps are your additive products. So, yes, that's where you could put a bump right here. Then we think about the next pages that would come after they fill out this order form on the left-hand side. Are you going to have upsell steps or is
Yes.
that going to, yeah. So then let's save our changes really quick. Save top right. And then we can exit top left. Perfect. So now we think about the next part of the funnel. So, yep, perfect. Somebody makes a purchase right here. Then what do we want to show them next? That would be adding our pages, right? And then we would add our OTO, our
Uh-huh.
upsells, and our downsell. Yes, that's right. Yep. So we have pre-made templates over here on the left. If you wanted to look through, find one of those that's kind of close, and then feel free to use that. All of your OTO steps. Let's say you're going to have two OTOs. By the way, OTO stands for one time offer. Let's say you're going to have two OTOs. Um, the OTOs are going to be the exact same design, both of them. It's not different design on different, it's the exact same design on both of the OTOs. Congruency from page to page to page as you go through the funnel. So feel free to look through those. If you don't find one, top right, click new page, and you can just build your own OTO completely from scratch. Make sure, Nikos, now that you've turned this opt-in funnel into a sales funnel, you're going to be collecting credit cards from people. It is really important when you're doing that. The last step in the funnel must be an order confirmation. We have those pre-made templates on the left-hand side as well. The real difference between an order confirmation and a thank you page is simple. An order confirmation has a order confirmation element inside of it. So as people go through your funnel, whatever products they buy and price points they pay for, that order confirmation element displays that to them. After anybody makes a purchase, we always must confirm the purchase and show them. And then that's it. Bingo. You can make the funnel, you can do the thing.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm gonna work around those informations, but I have only one question on
Great.
how I can actually put the order, how you order bump, how you said the
Ah,
word.
great question.
Yes.
Excuse me one moment. Oops. Just have to cough. Okay, so now you see your thank you page and it now has that flashing caution sign like, uh-oh, something's not right. Put your mouse on that caution sign. Let's see what it says.
Ah,
This step, click off to the side. It'll always show you. There you go. It'll always show you. Just put your mouse on it and leave it there, and it'll show you what the error is. This step expects products to be attached. It expects that now because you just put an order form on this page. So it's saying, okay, we can collect credit cards, but what products are we selling? We just have to add the products to this page. To do that is really simple. You could click the caution sign, but I want you to click the three dots and then add products. Bingo.
uh-huh.
So now you can add product. Let's add your flagship. Cool. There we go. So that would be your flagship product, let's say. What you're really going to have to do here, Nikos, is go to your products tab after this and just go make the products themselves, right? I can show you something cool with that too. But anyway, so this is your flagship box. Oops. That's your flagship. You can have multiple flagship products, but a customer must choose one of them and they must choose that. Down here, you can see a new box, and that new box, come on. Okay, sorry, I just lost all control of my annotation. Okay, really? Okay, great, Zoom. Uh, just below that, where my drawing kind of bumps out to the bottom left, you can see it says order bump. So that is where you add your order bump products. Oh no, can you guys hear me? Oh no, you can hear me. Okay, did Nikos freeze then?
We hear you.
Okay, okay, you do. You hear me? Okay, okay. I thought I was talking just to myself. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. I couldn't tell. Um, we'll give Nikos a quick minute to hop back in. But Marie, I didn't get to Marie yesterday. Marie, if you're available, feel free to unmute. Let's have a conversation here. If you're busy, Marie, that's okay. I'll keep wrapping back around. There she is.
I'm here, Dante. Honestly, I just wanted to ask about, I don't know if I'm permitted, about a, a legal question,
A what question? I'm sorry.
like a legal question.
Oh, a legal question.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm not a lawyer. Please don't take anything I say as legal advice, but feel free. Go ahead.
All right. So I have these acne supplements I sell, And I hear a lot of people talking about, weight loss products, supplements, but I just wanted to know, are there any rules you need to follow in order to be able to sell such things?
Yes. Yes, there definitely are. There's claims that you are not allowed to make. And a lot of weight loss supplements don't claim that it really helps. It's the hard line to skirt in supplements where you can't be like this supplement will help you lose weight. It'll you instead of saying it'll help you lose weight, we instead say this supplement will aid you in your weight loss journey, right? So like there are definitely certain legal claims that you can and cannot make. Honestly, ChatGPT will be able to run you through those in 5 minutes. It's not complicated law, it's not complicated rules. And there's really creative ways to get around that. You want to know the coolest thing ever about your question, though, Marie? It's funnel hacking. So, like, anytime we have these kinds of questions, sure, if you wanted, let's say pre AI, pre ChatGPT,
Mm-hmm.
information is not so readily at our fingertips. What you would literally do is go funnel hack the supplement company that you want to model. You would go look at their ads. And you have I shown you funnel hacking? Do you know how to like look at ads and stuff like that?
Yeah, I normally use a Facebook ad library.
Beautiful place to start. Anybody, anything online has an ads library. Google, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, Reddit, LinkedIn. So you find where your company you're modeling, you find where they're advertising, and you can go see all their ads. And literally just by taking 3 hours, excuse me, and looking through all of the ads they're running, you will see the common trends in like their verbiage and how they're saying things and what they're not saying. Boom, now I know how to advertise. Then you would go to their page and you would funnel hack their pages that the ads are running to. In the Facebook ads library, you just click learn more on the ad and it goes to the page that they're running that traffic to. And then you look at the page and you see what they're saying and what they're not saying and what they're claiming and what they're not claiming because they spent $100,000 for the lawyer. Sorry, I got a little cold. But they spent $100,000 on the lawyer. They took all the time and effort and money to do the thing the right way. You're just looking at what they're doing and modeling that. You buy the product and you, as it comes in, you see what's in the box. Did they send riders with the box? Is it only that one product? What disclosures did they have, right? What's on the labels themselves of the product. You literally
Mhm.
take everything, you just do exactly what they're doing. So yes, there are legal guidelines you have to sit inside of as a supplement company. They're not difficult. You can find them with ChatGPT, but even with ChatGPT, like gang, how many times isn't ChatGPT a dangerous tool if we're not educated a little bit? If we don't at least have like a baseline knowledge of what we're doing, ChatGPT is really dangerous because how many times do you have that baseline and you're talking to ChatGPT and it says something and you're like, wait, no, that's not right. Are you sure about that? And then it comes back to you, oh, great catch. Really smart of you. You're right. That was incorrect. So it feeds us incorrect information. I love GPT. I love AI. I use it on a daily basis, but I still think in 2025 and in the future, when you want to go into an endeavor like that, like if I understand correctly, Marie, this will be a first supplement company for you.
No, I've been selling them already. I wanted to reorder them, but I'm like, I'm not very sure if someone has to sue me tomorrow for something, how am I gonna get through that?
Right. It is use ChatGPT. It'll help you on that tremendously, but make sure to funnel hack. Make sure to funnel hack. It's the thing we should do at all times, especially when we don't know the answers, because you might not know what you're doing or why you're doing it, but you're doing the right things always right from the start. Are you talking about like LLCs and like how to structure your business to protect yourself, or are you talking about like how to advertise and market properly so you don't get sued and you're not making false claims?
No, might be in the sense of, okay, someone buys it and something probably happens to them, and then they think, should it be because I took the supplement or something? And then, oh, might be your business is growing. You don't know who's watching you out there with negative eyes. And, someone is like, they're selling these products. I don't know if they are tested, if they are legally allowed to sell them. That's just my point, like the point where I was going to.
Yeah, so there is like, is it skincare or supplements?
It's for it helps with acne control. It's just supplements that helps to minimize breakouts.
Yeah, topical supplements though.
No, not topical.
You
It's
take it.
ingested.
Yeah, there are many, many simple ways that as a supplement company you structure your business. There are and FDA clearance and not FDA clearance, they're two different things, but you just lean into the non-FDA clearance. Like you just tell people this isn't FDA cleared, right? It works. And that's typically when you just bring in like, yeah, this isn't FDA cleared, but the COVID vaccine was FDA cleared, and look at the backlash that that's caused, right? How
Hmm.
much does FDA clearance actually mean? Um, so yeah, ChatGPT will be a great aid for you in those questions, though.
Okay.
Cool. Anything
Because I
else?
was thinking of making a funnel for it. I know um Trey was telling me not to do like the whole combo that I created the funnel for. So he said I should pick individual products to see how I could create a funnel for it. That way it's easier to get a customer to spend little amount of money with you for the first time. So I was
Uh,
thinking of making a funnel for the supplements as well.
yes, I love that. How many days do they need to take the supplements in order to see results?
Might be the first 30 days.
30? So that's where a lot of companies, they'll give a supply long enough for them to get results and they'll do it for free. It's called lead loss. They'll lose on the front end because I can lose on month one, knowing that once people control their acne, they're going to stick with me for 12, 24, 36, 172 months, right? It's knowing the lifetime value of a customer. If I lose, let's say a 30-day supply is $30. If I lose $30 to get that customer and give them the things for free, then the next month when they join my subscription, they pay $30 to get the pills. Right. So maybe I make $15 or $10 and let's say $10 in profit on those orders. So it means I lose on the first month, I lose everything, 100% loss. I'm down $30, but after 3 months, I'm break even. And now every month after that, that customer is buying my pills, I'm making profit now, right? It's like Trey talks about too, kind of the life cycle of a customer having these subscriptions and recurring. So a lot of times that's the game in supplements.
Okay.
Lead loss and really good guarantees. Drew Canoli of AG1, or it was Organifi back in the day. He had a guarantee that really just pumped the conversions on the funnel. And it was like an empty bottle guarantee. And the guarantee was, he said, if you take this whole bottle and you do it every single day, and at the end of the bottle, when you don't have any more to scoop, if you don't feel better, and if this doesn't do what I said it would do, you tell our team we'll give you a full refund, 100% refund, no questions asked. It was a strong guarantee that put all the risk on the business, not the consumer. And that skyrocketed. I forget the numbers, but I remember watching back in the day, he was doing a live on it. He was like, we were converting really well. We were super profitable. It was all working great. But then we added this guarantee, and all of a sudden it was unconscious. We were starting to say we're growing too fast. We need to take the guarantee away. It was really crazy for him. But like for you, free plus shipping is another great model. Like if there was a 14-day cycle that you could get them into that they could see results in 14 days, then we would scale it down even more and it would be like free plus shipping. Maybe it'd be like maybe your cogs, your all-in cost for that would be like maybe $15 for 14 days of pills. Well, you would offer it to them for $9.97 free, you just cover shipping. So now instead of losing $15 on the 14 pills, now you're only losing $5. So you're mitigating the loss to generate that customer. They get and like Trey said, it's low price point decisions. I don't have to make a massive health decision. I don't have to make a life decision here. I'm not trying to like budget out for the next 6 months. It's just a simple, hey, this thing works really well. You want to try it? Easy decision for customers to make that generates a lot more customers for you, builds your list. You're now emailing the list, talking about your product, sharing the specials, the deals, the offers. These people are now buying more. You see what I'm saying with that? So it is just like Trey said. It's absolutely what Trey said. You back it down. You back it down. You give people a simple decision they could make for a lower price point product. When they do, you hit them with the upsells, get some people into subscription, nurture the rest of the base, and you build a business right on that.
So for the 2 weeks trial, you said, is it if I have to do that, it means I need to tell the company where I ordered it from to make.
Then don't even do that. So like I hate roadblocks. I hate roadblocks so much. Who does the shipping? You or the company?
I do. I
Oh,
order them, they send it to me, and then
oh, well then
I
it's the
ship them out.
easiest thing in the world. You just get little Ziploc bags and then you make 100 packs of 14, right? And now you have inventory on hand. That's the easiest thing in the world. And you just send them out yourself.
Just
I hate
in a Ziploc bag.
yeah, and then print a little like logo, print a little name of your store, and then have a little card made up that says this is your 14-day supply. Here's how to use it. Do these things every single day. Put a QR code on the little information brochure you put on there. Says after your 14-day supply, you want more, scan this code. I would actually say, hey, you don't want you're going to see results quickly. Once you start seeing results, make sure you don't have a gap in between you taking this supplement. So make sure to order 5 days ahead of time so we can ship out to you. Yeah, just ship it yourself.
Like
Done.
zip, you said Ziploc.
Yeah. Like, and you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be an actual Ziploc, but it's like the rectangular clear bags that everybody in the world ships things out with. When I buy fishing lures, it's in there. When I buy other products, it's in there. It's just the little clear shipping bag, little sticker on there with your name or your company name or your store name or the product name. Done.
So
Infinitely.
I make creatives, and then I bring it in as a lead magnet. They sign up for it, and then I ship it out to them.
Yeah. No, don't make it a lead magnet. Don't make it free. And I think legally you're gonna have to get monies. I don't think you can legally send these supplements for free. ChatGPT will remind me of that, or you. Anyway, no, make it free plus shipping. Charge $5.99, $4.99, $7.97, nine
Okay, for
ninety
the
seven.
shipping.
Yeah, for the shipping. Products are totally free. Clear your acne for free today. Just cover shipping. And that's mitigating costs. That's generating customers.
Mhm.
And that's just a good starting point, right? You can also run an ecom funnel, much like Trey talks about in his template share. And you could start right with a 30-day supply. And now you have two funnels. You're running some ads to free plus shipping. You're also targeting serious customers with just running a 30-day supply ecom funnel because that product is in demand. It's never just one funnel, right? It's I sell a product and I have multiple funnels. I have some free plus shipping funnels that I'm running. I have some straight ecom funnels that I run ads to, right? I might have, and then it's all about the organic too. You might be like, yeah, I do a live every single Friday from 2 to 4, or I help women with their supplement stacks and their beauty routines. And I diagnose their skin, the type of skin they have, and what it will be good for and not good for. And I do these lives, and I'm also sending that traffic to these things. Like, yeah, funnels for all of it, but free plus shipping and the ecom funnel that Trey teaches, that's going to be what you want.
Okay. Um, the ecom funnel you're talking about is just like a regular funnel. You send traffic to the website and you just sell the supplements
Well, you send traffic to the funnel,
to
not
the
the web.
funnel. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, it's in your OFA training on the ecom track. I believe it's day 9, but it'll say your order form is the name of the lesson, and that has the whole funnel, the whole thing, sales page, order form, all of it. And yeah, you just run traffic right to the funnel.
Okay. And they
Mhm.
pay you like the regular price for the product.
Yes,
Okay.
that'll be your probably
Your
your
regular.
main product, right? That's like your 30-day supply is
Okay.
probably what you sell the main bottle.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll try to reorder them and then with time I'll create the funnel.
Yeah, I love that. That's great, Marie. That's great. I think it's an awesome idea.
All right, thank you,
Make
Trey.
sure, make sure, even if you do, whether you do a 30-day supply bottle or a 14-day supply baggie, make sure, like bottle, okay, if you're doing a 30-day bottle, on the bottle itself needs to be a QR code that people can scan and they can reorder. You need to put it on the bottle itself.
So they do the shipping labels and then they fix everything and then they ship them to me. So I need to create a code for them to put it there.
They do the labels.
Yes, they do the labels and the supplements, they stick everything together and they just ship it to me.
I would like make your own. For me personally, I would rather make my own QR codes and tape it to the top of the supplement bottle itself.
Okay.
Customers are trained to look at the bottle at this point. This has been a thing for like 5 years in all supplements. They're trained to look for the QR code. So yeah, I would, if it was me, I would literally make my own QR codes and I would tape it to the top that they're going to spin off the supplement. So every time they open and close, they're seeing that bad boy. Much rather than reach out to the company and try and get them to reprint. That's going to be a hassle.
Okay. Yeah, Vladimir said it's easy. I don't know how to do that, but
Yeah.
um
And if you're going to do a baggie, then it should be on the information pamphlet. You should have a QR code in the bottom right that says scan to get your next shipment, something like that.
okay, I'll just search YouTube how to create a QR code or something.
It's
It's
easy. bit.ly
bit
dot ly.
dot ly.
Yep, bit.ly, bit.ly. That makes short links and QR codes.
Okay.
So you're gonna make your funnel, make your 30-day supply, your main funnel, and then your QR codes all go to that 30-day supply. Easy peasy. You'll see how it works. Once you make the funnel, you just need the funnel URL. Like when somebody scans that code, where should they go? That's your funnel, and
Okay,
then
so I need to create a funnel first before I can go to Bitly and do this.
yes,
Okay.
once you have your funnel, bit.ly is the easiest part.
All right. All right. That's fine.
Cool.
All
Yep,
right. Thank you.
you got it. Great questions, Marie. Okay, let's hop over to Adrian. I didn't have a chance to speak to you yesterday either, Adrian, I think.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Living the dream. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just want to know, like, as far as how the workflow, how the flow should be, because I think yesterday I didn't get a chance. I answered a question, but I don't know if you answered or not because I had to jump off the call like towards the end or whatever. Because I'm kind of a little bit unsure, and like I said, I'm still slowly but surely taking the gems that everybody on a day-to-day basis drop, and as well as you with the different things in their funnel, and I'm just trying to make this funnel, so it'll be right. I'm not trying to be perfect because I know you already talked about that before. So I just want to make it functionable so that I can, you know, start to try to produce some revenue from it.
Okay, sure. And what's your questions on that?
How exactly should I have the flow of it?
The flow of your funnel?
Yes,
Nice. Can you share your screen? Let's take a look.
sure. Thank you. Oh, shoot, wait. Share. Hold on, I'm trying to get it screen. Sorry, broadcasting.
Gotcha. Yep, I
Okay,
can
you
I
see
can
my
see your
screen?
I can.
Okay, just give me a minute to switch over.
A-okay.
Okay, so here we are right here.
Okay. So perfect. We're in the builder. Sorry, I think you're looking at Zoom now. I'm not seeing your screen. Adrian's being super mom. It's all good.
Just give me 1 minute.
You're fine.
Okay, here it is, right
Okay.
here.
So now we're looking at your funnel build, the step-by-step build that is your funnel. You're starting out with what it says is a sales page, but I can see that's an opt-in. So I got it. Let's scroll down a little bit. Let me see what steps we have. After an opt-in would come a thank you page. You're going right to an order form. Got it. Okay, keep going down. And then that's going to be an order confirmation. Okay, great. So here's what the real flow should be, Adrian. On your the very first page, that's an opt-in, right? You're offering them something free in exchange for their information.
Yes.
Okay, great. So that's a really simple page and looks like you have that pretty down. The next step, what you're trying to do is you're trying to have your after they opt in, you want to say, "Hey, I also have this product. Do you want to buy that?" Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, most important part of this process, scroll me down to the next step. Your order form. You are going right into the sale. Where did my tool go? Come on. Where did my tool go here? That is crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Your order form is a two-column row. I can see an image on the left and I can see your order form on the right-hand side. And that's great design for the order form part of this page. But the big rule here to remember is anytime a customer does something with you, you must confirm and affirm the thing that they did. So somebody just opted in on the page before and you were saying, "Hey, give me your information and I'll give you this free thing that's going to help you stop this and this and this." So then they opt in and they're immediately taken to a page that's just talking about buy this product, look at this next thing. And they're like, "Wait a minute, I wanted the thing, the free thing. What's going on with the free thing? What am I looking at now?" And they get confused, and a confused mind always says no. So, what you should do is you should reorganize, you should add a section to this order form. And on the very top of your order form, I want you to confirm and affirm the action they took on the previous page.
I
Meaning,
did. It's on here.
you did.
Yeah, it says thank you for your order. And then I have like an order bump on here.
Okay, preview that page for me. Preview the order form. I just opted in. And I get here. Congrats, your freebie is on the way. Before you go, grab Digital Boss Academy and get these reels done for you. That's going to be an image about your thing. Here's exactly what's included. So you have 7 words. Congrats, your freebie is on the way. On the way where? Where is it coming? How do I access it? There's so much more that we should do to confirm and affirm because we need to walk them through the customer journey. We need to walk them to this next product. And to do that is to remove confusion. So, anyway, you should just add a section. Gosh, my tool is gone. You should add a section at the top that has a headline that says, "Congrats." Don't say your freebie. Did you call it a freebie on the page before, or did you give your lead magnet a name?
I called it a freebie.
Okay, we should give it a name.
Okay.
Like the Pull to Profit
Oh,
story.
it's called a sneak peek, I believe.
A what?
A sneak peek.
Great. Congrats. Your sneak peek is on the way. We need to call that thing a name and then have that name congruent. And we need to confirm and affirm. Congrats. Your sneak peek is on the way. We're sending it to the email that you just shared with us. Please go check that email and grab the sneak peek right away to make sure that to make sure that you stop experiencing this and start experiencing this. Like, we need to keep them excited about the sneak peek. We need them to go do that lead magnet. It's not just like, I see this all the time, Adrian. This is why I'm kind of harping on this. I see this all the time. And there's so many coaches out there that are teaching this exact thing. Just use a lead magnet to generate a lead and send them to an order form, and you can start making money tomorrow. Customer journey doesn't work like that. And neither does money. People spend money with people that they know, like, and trust, almost irregardless of the products they're selling. We have to build the know, like, and trust before we just dump them into an order form like this. So I would just like to see, I wish my tool was working, but I would just like to see everything that you have here on this page, the image, the order form, all of that. I want to see it below the fold. In the above the fold, I want to see you confirming and affirming, having a big headline. Congrats, your sneak peek is on the way. We're sending it to the email that you just shared with us. Make sure to go grab it and check it out right now, immediately. Maybe a big image there, which is the image of the sneak peek, the same thing you're using on the opt-in. I don't, when they land on this thank you page, which you're using as an order form, but when they land on this page, I don't want them to be seeing another product. I don't want them to see you asking them for their money. I want to see you confirming and affirming the decision they just made to say yes to you and also to say yes to going from polls to profits. Does that all make sense?
Yeah, so basically, what I have on the left side, beef that up a little bit, and the order form should be like on another page.
No, just below the fold. When I say below and above the fold, do you know what I mean?
Well, I know before when you were saying above the fold, you were talking about as far as for like the subheading and I mean the heading and the subheading.
Yes. Okay, so here's what above and below the fold actually means, though. Excuse me. This is an old school marketing term. Back in the day, 1970s, you're walking down New York City street and there's a bunch of newspapers. There's all the stands on the side and there's newspapers outside of each stand. And the newspapers are folded in a certain way that you can only see one part of the newspaper, right? That's
Right.
called the above the fold. It's as the newspaper is facing up and as people are walking by, they only see what's above the fold. And that's where the biggest clickbait titles were, the most attractive headlines, the most emotion invoking images to call people's attention. And now, oh, you need this newspaper to find out what three-eyed alien was just born yesterday or how your politician is ruining your state, right? It's above the fold. It's the most prime real estate that we have on the page. And in the digital age, above the fold is when they first land on a page. What they see, that's our above the fold. Everything below that is considered below the fold. Does that make sense now?
Yes, it does.
So literally, they opt in and they land on this page right now in your above the fold. I'm seeing the image, the order form. I'm seeing blue text, complete your order below. I'm seeing a bunch of different things as soon as I land on the page that I don't know what they are because I just opted in for a lead magnet to make a change in my life. I want your above the fold to be confirming and affirming the decision they just made to go from poll to profits. Is that more clear?
Yes.
So good. Good. Then this exact design you have, image on the left, order form on the right, below your image is going to be a quick stack of what you're going to get in this package. You're going to get this and this and this and this. That whole, or here's what's included. That whole layout is perfect. I just want it below the fold.
Okay.
Nice. Great. That's huge. Everybody should have that in their funnels. Great question. What else can we work on?
So when I do this, am I using a line to separate what's below the fold?
You don't even really have to. You could have a divider line that went across if you wanted to, but it's really just how the page lays. Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stop your share. Start mine. Okay, let me just move all this. That should be fine. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
So this, gonna need a little bit of imagination just because I don't have an image on hand here. But this is the above the fold. And look at how it's just simple design. Like this is a new section, and in there is a new row. And that's kind of how we break things apart. Look at how everything feeds into itself. There's not really a need for a breaker divider line or anything like that. It's just, there might be your above the fold, And then down below that, you just get into the next thing. Let me see if there's a better example. um Method 3, and then yeah, that'll get into like this. So he just goes right from here into a sales letter, into here's the selling online challenge. And you can see Russell has great design. He has great images on his backgrounds, and so he really does a great job designing his funnels. But if you didn't have this background image, you just put a new headline down. Selling online challenge leads into your mock-up with a headline down below. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like on your page, oops, on your page, this above the fold, everything here is all just confirming and affirming the previous thing. And then, like for you, you could just have a headline just like this. You don't need the logo image. You can just have a headline down below the fold, have a little space in between, have a headline, and then make it say something like, for those who want to fast track success, or for those who want to virtually guarantee their success, dot, dot, dot. And then leads into all your selling stuff down there. Is that all making sense?
Yes.
Nice, great. What other questions today, Adrian?
That's pretty much it.
Awesome, cool, nice stuff. Let's see you
Thank
work
you.
on that. Hop back in tomorrow. I definitely want to take a look.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, you got it. All right. Let me see. Nice. We have Amanda, but Amanda Trey is going to be on soon, and I think I'd really like to take a look at your funnel with him. I know you're making sales. Let's see what you're doing. So in lieu of that, and Vladimir Ecom as well. In lieu of that, let's hop over to Doug and Kendall real quick. You guys are rocking and rolling. How can I help today, Doug? Oh
Okay.
no, I got you now.
Hear me? Okay, cool. You got me?
I
All
got you.
right. Hey, I'm holding baby. So we're
Oh,
baby
lucky
rocking today.
guy.
I know, right? I love it. So my question, a lot of questions, but not today. My own question is Clarity still isn't pulling information. I had two opt-ins, quote unquote, because I'm using a two-step checkout. So I've had some pretty good ads over the weekend. I changed things on Saturday just because of cropping of my carousel ad and then also cropping of my reel that I filmed. So I have four ads running as we talked about. And I made a few mistakes as far as when I set them all out, and Facebook was doing what Facebook does. So I started them over. So I'm still getting some information. ChatGPT and I are working. I'm going to check everything tomorrow, and then we're going to get retargeting set up. So I have a lot of stuff coming this weekend, which is good.
Nice.
I've had some decent flow to my funnel, no sales, but I had two opt-ins. So I had two people go through the first step of the checkout, get to the checkout page, and they didn't finish ordering. I went to Clarity. Clarity still masks everything, which is kind of disheartening because we set it up on Friday to unmask it, but it's still not showing me. So I don't know if I screwed something up or whatever. So I didn't know if we could, I mean, we did everything we said. Short code's there, it's still showing it as unmasking the element, but I don't know if there's something in Clarity you go, hey, on this one, show it to me, or it should just do it automatically when you're watching the recording. So
It
that's my
should it should be doing it automatically as you're watching recordings. Um,
And I wasn't sure because obviously we did the short code the right way. We did everything the right way. I mean, it was pretty simple just to get the CSS code from the checkout, I assume. Um,
mhm.
but it didn't really do anything.
Have
So
you
it's it,
added the funnel? Can you share your screen? Let me look at
yeah,
something.
yeah, 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 yeah. Like add the whole funnel
Yeah,
or hang
yeah.
on. I'm doing everything one-handed today, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you? Okay, here's the whole funnel. Get you out of the way.
Let's actually go to clarity, please.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay.
Interesting.
And
Okay,
then,
let's go back to your dashboard.
yep. And Clarity actually just updated, doesn't show things the right way. I started noticing, I think over the weekend, they started changing the way the layout is. You no longer have to click top recordings. It's now doing it for you automatically.
Yep,
So,
great. That is awesome. Okay, scroll me down to the bottom right. There's funnels. Yes. Just up a little bit. Sorry. A little more. Okay, it's probably
I
this.
see.
It's probably that. That's the only thing I could think as to why it wouldn't show. Honestly, clarity is still a little buggy sometimes.
Hmm.
You would think it's a Microsoft product to be clean, couldn't be farther from the truth. So sometimes these things just take a while to update, and I've seen it where people it just doesn't work for some people sometimes. But
Of course.
you haven't made the funnel, and I think that would help you drastically. It'll probably clear this up. Let's try and make it together really quick. Click new funnel.
Okay.
Okay, go to your page visits. Um, and we're basically going to be adding your funnel steps to the right. So you could go to your ClickFunnels account and get the URL of each page and enter it there, or you should be able to just see the pages down here. Which
Yeah.
is one of these the first step in your funnel that you know of?
So I have this is the so the very first one. So obviously, I have the overarching it's holiday bundle is the funnel address. So that's that's where the header code is, that's where my pixel code is,
Yeah.
that's where my clarity code is, but this is actually the very first page in the funnel step. That's the sales page
Let's
is
choose
holiday.
that one then.
Okay.
There's one. And yep, go ahead and name that sales.
And that's where the checkout. All right, I don't need your help there.
That's where the
And
checkout is, then that's order.
that's where checkout is. Oh, okay,
That's
so that's going to be
that's
order.
order then. Yep.
Yeah, because I put it all on one page, just a simple, I guess you could say VSL without the VE. So, okay.
Cool. And now the next step, what comes after?
It would be it would be this one. This is my OTO page, holiday offer.
Cool.
So that would be number 2, and that would
Nice.
be my OTO. And
OTO
then
one.
yeah, exactly. And then
Nice.
this one would be OTO
Well,
2.
look at that URL though. That's preview equals true in that URL. So let's scroll down, see if there's that URL without preview equals true. Keep going.
There's my thank you
Yep,
page.
there's our thank you. You could add the thank you right now if you'd like.
All right, that's technically step 4. It's the
That's
last
okay.
one, but
We can reorder.
yeah. Thank you or confirmation.
Yep.
I can always go grab the other because it's basically just
Let's
what
go
I
do
have
that. Let's
for,
just go grab the other one. It's a great idea.
yeah, because it's OTO, it's holiday offer, and then I just put holiday offer 2. And
Smart.
again, clarity obviously sometimes doesn't like numbers for some reason. And
Choose
it's
that
like,
one. Correct.
yeah, add,
Add and reorder 3 and 4 boxes to the right. Correct.
boom.
So order
So,
form OTO1, OTO2. Yes, edit that name for me just so we're congruent.
oh, yep.
Correct. OTO2. And there's our build. Go ahead and hit next. Oh, sorry. Is there anything past the thank you?
No, not right now.
Okay, great. Whatever the name of this funnel is. Cool. And
If
is
I can
this going to
see.
be like the funnel that you run forever, or is this just a holiday funnel? I guess
So
what I
that's
mean
a
by that is after the holidays, are you just going to redesign this funnel itself and continue to run traffic here, or is that going to be a separate funnel?
it's the good question is it depends. I'm still copying Christine Morel's because
Okay.
I'm doing with the $47 offer. If this actually works, if the holiday bundle for the holidays, if I start getting some decent sales, then obviously if it isn't broke, don't fix it. I'll push it out into January, and hey, it's the holidays are over. It's wedding planning season. We're extending our holiday offer. It's like if I can keep pushing ads and get sales at this price, and I can build the 2 comma club on a $97 offer, then I'm going to keep updating the holiday. Well, now it's Valentine's Day. Well, now it's spring, which is wedding season. So it
But
all
in the
depends.
interim of those, like, yes, there's always reasons for every month we could be running sales and specials. But
Right.
like in the interim, what are you going to do? Are you going to run traffic to a new funnel? I don't think so. You want this all to be the same funnel.
Okay. Well, I mean, if this one doesn't work, well, my plan is to run this through January because that's the whole point. Black Friday's over. Holiday wedding season is a lot of people get engaged over Thanksgiving. A lot of them
Yep.
get engaged over Christmas.
Yep.
January is wedding planning season. So my goal is to run it at least through the end of January because that's when brides start doing it. I'm trying to catch the Black Friday Christmas deals.
Yep.
So if it's not working, obviously I'll probably shut it down late January. But that's when most of the big bridal things happen. So my goal is to try to capture that. So, I mean,
But then late January, you're gonna shut it down. And by shut it down, I think you mean shut down like the holiday bundle special, right?
yeah, I mean, I always name it somewhere else, but
But
are you just talking about as far as like,
you're still gonna be wanting to sell this product though. Is that correct?
well, yeah, it's still all my products. I just created a different offer. I just took all my products, bundled them a little bit different, trying to see if I can hit them at this price. And our
Right.
$700 value for $97, get everything we own, minus my upsells, which are photography products, which we offer. So,
Right. Okay.
I'm trying, yeah.
I guess um I understand. I understand.
I
I
love
guess
making you
this
think.
I'm just thinking about naming this funnel and like um uh what do I want to recommend here?
Well, and my question is, does it even matter? Because like I have 5 different products with projects with Clarity, so it's all sitting under my holiday bundle project anyway. So I keeping because I have my lead magnet that we've been working on. I already have my Clarity set up for my Christine Morel hack that I have set up. So so again, but I totally get what you're saying. How would we name it if we were going to keep it on? I would
Yeah,
just
because
change the
like
name at some point.
well, the name would just simply be the name of the product, the bundle, whatever. Like, when you buy
Yeah.
this product, you're going to get this and this and this. That would just be the name of the product. Because also, after January, you're not going to turn off ads. The holiday bundle might not be a thing, but like this funnel, even if you change the design, even if the Christine Morel hack doesn't work and you want to try a completely new design, that's just
Right.
doing a split test in the funnel and going from a new page and then having a new design. So your ads never have to
Gotcha.
stop, right? Your ads you're never stopping the ad. It's not like, oh, this ad runs for these months. And no, it's ad always
I
runs
get what you're
through that
saying.
funnel. It's always the same funnel URL. It's nothing ever changed. Does that make sense?
Yep, I get you. So it would be my $97 bundle offer, basically,
There
is
we
what
go.
this would be.
Yeah,
So
or
that's what
realistically,
I'm
what the name of that bundle offer is. Have you given it a name?
I'm just literally calling it my holiday wedding planning bundle.
Sure, but
That's what I'm
not in the
yeah.
holiday season. Does that product have a name?
So no, not really. I just literally took my entire course and everything I have and just put it together in a planning bundle. I haven't officially
Okay, that's fine.
named it yet. It includes our wedding planning course, which is our 60-day wedding planning system. So I haven't actually given it a name because
Okay.
the name is the holiday thing. So
And
yeah,
you don't need that name until you're going to stop holiday bundle ads. So you're totally fine there. But yeah,
I just put, yeah, yeah.
name this. There you go. I love that. Bundle offer, save. Now that you have the funnel and all the steps added, and we added that specific element in there, masking should turn off. This will probably take a couple hours if I had to guess. But
Okay.
great test. You can test it yourself in like at like 2 o'clock, give it 2 hours. At like 2 o'clock, you can go fill out the order form yourself and then look at your own recording, and you should be able to see your info.
Okay. Yeah, and obviously it's highly frustrating. I mean, I'm converting right now. It says I have a 2% convert rate, which is not the best, but I haven't gotten any I haven't done any retargeting yet. And as Russell talks about, it's like 80/20. Like a lot of it lives in the retargeting,
Yep.
which I plan to do. But but again, it's like I have 2 people that got through step 1. And I can see where they're hovering on the checkout page, and I'm changing a few things. I'm changing the button because I'm like, well, why is this and all of that? And so it's frustrating, obviously, not to see their information because I can't call them or text them and say, hey, we noticed you didn't do this. What was there anything that caused that? Because I can't get it from them. But again, hopefully we'll see. But you know,
No, you're doing
but
exactly what you should be, Doug. This is perfect, man. This is perfect.
yep. Cool.
All right, cool.
Oh,
Well, it's 12. Great stuff. Feel free to hop in tomorrow. I already have some ideas looking at just this page right here. So anyway, do the things,
okay.
hop in tomorrow. We'll check back up, keep it moving.
All right, we'll do it. Thanks, sir.
Awesome. You got it, my friend. All right. And that means 12 o'clock on the money. Here we go, gang. Gonna have D&T day, my favorite day of the week. And look at him, right on time as always. Jolly smile. Good to see you, Trey. What's cracking?
What's going on, buddy? What's
Man.
hat day? That's what's going on.
It's hat day, yeah. Your haircutting lady must be in Bermuda as well.
Dude, my haircut lady hasn't seen me for 3 months. Is my video frozen? Because on the screen it shows frozen.
It is. Is mine frozen for you?
No. Let's see. There we go. Are we making things happen?
Ah, that dog hunts. There we
There
go.
we go. All right, now we're doing something. We'll see. We'll see if it keeps up. Man, dude, we're in the middle of Christmas, my friends.
Yeah, we are. Middle of the last 2 minutes of the last fourth quarter. Dude, I was thinking about it. Conversions, in my mind, I'd love to hear what you think about this. Conversions are literally flying around. You guys ever been to the beach? You go to like Florida, and as soon as you open a bag of Cheetos, seagulls are circling around you. And then have you ever been a real tourist and you throw something up in the air like a Cheeto and they start diving to eat it out of the air? Really cool until now you're getting torpedoed by seagulls. But like that's what's happening right now in Ecom. People's credit cards are in hand. People that haven't had a digital wallet set up forever have it set up right now. They're trying to spend money. The conversions are flying like seagulls, and it's really important that we got Cheetos in the air so that we can get those conversions.
That's right. That is right.
Yes, sir. So, I don't know. Do you have anything planned that you want to talk about or do today, Trey?
Dude, I think today is, I was trying to see if I could find the Shopify. Oh, maybe this is it right here. Yeah, this is it. So you can watch. So talking about like Cheetos in the air going around. We can watch. What the heck is this? It's basically all the sales. Yeah, here we go. All the sales that are transacting right now on the Shopify platform. It'd be really cool if ClickFunnels put something like this out too.
Show me.
Let's see. Let's get this. Pop this window. Share. So this looks new. So what we're seeing right now here is there's right now per minute. So this is 9 million Shopify functions per minute. That might be a sale or a partial, I'm assuming. Look at that.
This is cool.
Database queries per minute. And then let's see if we can go view globe. Let's see if we can see all the transactions happening in the United States. Oh, there they all are. Look who's shopping. Oh, wow. And from across the globe, it shows you people are ordering from the UK, United Kingdom. They're making United States orders. United States orders are making United Kingdom here. Look, everybody's waking up. You can see who's awake
Yeah.
right now. You
Yeah.
know who's sleeping. A couple orders coming from Europe, South Africa, South America. It's kind of cool. A little Hawaii going on. Look at this little darts back and forth. These are live. These are actual sales happening right now. And look at this, $5 million a minute.
Wow.
5 million a minute, and that is 48,000 orders a minute.
Wow.
A minute, guys. A minute is happening. So like, just think if you got all we need is like a percent of a percent of a percent of this, and you are in the money.
Yeah,
You are in that's all we're doing here. That's all we're doing. I don't know how to scroll around on this thing, but let's see, how do you get back? That's pretty cool.
What do you do? Just like scroll out?
Yeah, there we go. So a little cash register. What's that do? Oh, we can play. We can play the machine. That's kind of fun. Got a pizza over here. Add pineapple. It's a toad.
Oh, we got to do this next year. This is cool.
Isn't this cool?
This is really cool.
Behind the scenes.
Oh, this is cool. I love this.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, but you're right, man. Just a percent of a percent of a percent. Just to be on the wave.
Look at that. $5 million a minute.
A minute.
A minute. Every minute right now. And this is every day, all day through the December months. All we're looking for is to get a little piece of that. That's why I call us mice. We're just looking for crumbs, guys. We're literally looking for crumbs. That's all we're looking for. First sale. There we go. First sale in the Shopify store. All right. Well, anyways, that's you guys can go that. Here's the BFCM. I'll put that in the chat for you guys real quick. Let's see. Put that in the chat here. There it is. If you guys want to take a look at that or put it on the side computer, check that out. So anyways, that's what we're looking for, right? You're looking for just little pieces of the pie, little pieces of the crumbs. I always say, we're a mouse out there looking for crumbs. I don't need the cake. I don't need a slice of cake. I'll take the crumbs because the crumbs are enough. I'd say the same thing when I'm flying. Flying myself or flying in commercial, whatever. I look out the window and I look at the little towns, 1,000 people, 5,000 people. And I always say, if I could just get all of those people just right there in that little speck, just to buy one product from me a year, I would be set. That's all we need. A lot of people, we're talking about, oh, let's go make $1 million business or a $50 million business or $100 million business. Like, those are great. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe that's an aspiration of yours. But what do you really want? What are your needs and your wants? And then what does it take to get you there? That's the question. So with that, I think the best thing we can do, Dante, you're asking earlier, is looking at what's kind of, how can we get more conversions? How do we get more people purchasing from us with the same amount of ad spend? And that's the secret. I was on a big call, I guess was that last week? Yeah, last week. Things start running together. It's a $100 million business. They sell t-shirts and just incredible amount of volume that they're doing through, TikTok socials, through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, selling shirts, selling t-shirts. And this was what's really cool is they do 20,000 transactions a day. So they're doing 20,000 transactions a day, and they have a 2% enrollment rate into their club, which is like a $20 club. And that right there has them bringing in $350,000 a month.
At 2%.
At 2%. I was like, that's the standard, that's the average is 2%. Imagine if that was 20%, enrollment rate, 20%. You'd be really, really coming in. But that's a side gig, right? Like, that's just the cushion. That's like, oh, that's easy, man. You're doing $100 million, profiting 10%. Let's say it's 10 mil, $350,000. That's $3.5 million. That's just extra. That's just extra money coming in. That's the beauty behind, recurring and then, gaining those new customers. So, the time is now, to get the meat.
To get the meat. I love that, man. I think too, what better thing to do right now than find out how we can increase conversions? And can we implement some recurring? How can we implement that? So I think it'd be great to look at Amanda's funnel. She's done great, man. You told her about bracelets. She made the funnel. She launched,
cool.
Making sales, and let's see where we're at. Are you with us?
Hey, I am. What's going on? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hey. So I would say right now I'm pretty much breaking even. I had major issues with my pixels where it was saying over 1,000 purchases for everyone that went to my website. So that was no, it wasn't good. It wasn't supposed to be like that.
Oh.
So
don't worry about that. You don't need
no, I mean that'd be nice, but so I had to redo my pixel. So that took that's still in a process. But right now I would say I'm pretty much breaking even.
Great.
As far as my my sales and which is perfect. It's fine because I know the pixel is still kind of loading.
Yeah. That pixel is so important,
Yeah.
and I'll kind of go back to the $100 million company real quick. They were telling me they lose money on every conversion they make on Facebook. So to be break even, you're doing better than a $100 million company.
That's great. I'll take it.
Think about that, right? Now, one thing that I was telling them was, we tried. I always put a test up. I try to be unbiased. I try to, take a step back. I told Dante, I think this last call, 2 calls ago, but we ran a test. We ran a Shopify test against a funnel test. Same Facebook ads, same Facebook campaigns, same copy. It was a split exact. same budget, Facebook, right? Or Facebook to Shopify to funnel. Half the traffic went to Shopify, half the traffic went to the funnel. Facebook gave us cheaper conversions to Shopify. I'm still pretty sure Facebook is biased against Shopify versus funnels, and they probably always will be. However, even though my conversion cost was more to my funnel, I was profitable to the funnel where I was negative to the Shopify store. The Shopify store AOVs were half of what my funnel was. With a funnel, I can always get usually double the conversions and double the amount of AOV, average order value, from a funnel that I can from Shopify. That's where Shopify is weak. Shopify is just weak in conversions. Usually Shopify is like about a 1.5 to 2% conversion, where we can get around 4 to 6 with a funnel. The AOV with a Shopify is always 1.2 units per consumer, where I'm seeing right now on ours, like we're in the 3s, 2.6 to 3 units per consumer. So we're double. So we're double the conversion, double the cost, or double the AOV. So even though my Facebook ad cost is more expensive for a funnel, I'm actually better off going to a direct to the funnel than to Shopify. I think Shopify is great for like your follow-up traffic, other products you got, maybe you got an assortment of shirts or bracelets or I don't know, garden stuff, whatever it is. But I think that's amazing because now you're in the running. So the $100 million company, they're on Shopify, but he's negative every time he makes a sale to gain a new customer. With a funnel, you're telling me you're break even. So you're getting new customers for free, absolutely for free. That's an amazing thing. You're paying, like when I was working insurance, I had to pay $25 for a lead. And then I'd hope that one of those leads would turn into a sale. Right? That's the game. Here, the game is you're getting free customers to walk in your door. They're like handing you their credit card, putting their PayPal information in. You have that in your CRM, which is ClickFunnels. And then you can go back and you can retarget them. You can go and talk to them. You can go and create brand awareness to where they come back and purchase stuff from you through another funnel or through a Shopify store. But that funnel allowed you to capture that customer at a break even for free. So you could go spend 100 grand this month and you got that 100 grand back before the month ends. But you got, let's say you're converting at, I don't know, $25 a conversion. You just got 40,000. Oh, now you're asking me to do math. 100,000 divided by 25. 4,000 customers. 4,000 free customers that said, hey, I trust in you. Your brand's great. Love the bracelet. Do you sell more? And like, Amanda, what you're creating is you might be creating a bracelet company right now. You don't even know it. You're creating a jewelry company.
The email list too, because I've been finding I get a lot of emails. Yeah. Not everyone purchases, but I can use that list now.
Yeah.
So maybe
you're gonna always get more emails than you do customers. So you might find that you get 2 emails for one customer. So you get 3 contact credentials for every 1 buyer. So if you sold 4,000 people this month, you'd have a 12,000 email list that you can text and follow up. Perry Belcher always screamed from stage, a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. And he said, I would rather have a database of 100,000 buyers than a million partials or million leads, because a buyer is always a buyer and they will always keep coming back and buying from you, right? Versus partials, you don't know, like they didn't buy from you once, that does not mean they're going to buy from you ever again or ever for the first time. So that's why he'd always say that. And it's true. A buyer's list is more powerful than a list of partials. And so there's a balance there. Now, if you have deployments in place, email, text, outbound phones, you can go and capture those leads and turn them into buyers. And we're doing that. We're doing that really, really well. And honestly, our call center is what makes us profit. It's what actually turns the company profitable. So all of our customers, leads, all the things on the front end are break even, negative. But I don't care because the call center is our backup and they got our 6. So when they make those phone calls and capture the parcels, they call our buyers too. They'll say, hey, you just bought 3 products. You want 2 more for, half off. So they'll grab that additional revenue. We see 20% more revenue, 30% more revenue come from our call center from our front end sales. So if we do 100 grand, we'll see another $20,000 to $30,000 in call center sales. And that call center sales didn't cost us any money to acquire that customer because Facebook already paid. We already paid Facebook to acquire that customer.
Mm-hmm.
So now our company is 20, 30% more profitable on the front end. And then now when we send them an email, when we text them, when we follow up them, when we retarget them, when we call them again, all that is pure profit besides COGS because we didn't pay for the acquisition cost. The money you make, the profit you make is in the back. And that's why I always say you got to have a back end booty. And that kind of, you can't, Jay Abraham would always say, you can't move forward without a butt. You need that butt behind you because without it, you ain't going forward. And I love that analogy because same thing with business is you got to have the next thing to sell them. Or they have to be in continuity. They have to be in some sort of recurring because then you know you're going to sell them the next month because they're going to pay for that, whatever you're selling, right? Perks program, t-shirt, hat, tumbler, puzzle, whatever it is, cookie cutters.
So I did do the, you had suggested last time to do like the t-shirt and the hat, which I did. I created both funnels. I didn't see any like hits on it, but I did create it going through the funnel. And I just like found a cool shirt on Amazon.
Cool. So the best way to know what shirt or what hat or what thing to sell them again is by calling them and saying, hey, you're going to love the bracelet. What shirt would you buy that goes along with the bracelet? What would be on a hat that you would love to see on a hat? Or a phrase that you'd love to see on a hat or a logo or emblem? Like your customers will give you the answers to your next big product.
Always.
Yeah, they're literally telling you over the phone what they want to buy next. And so then when you come with that, you're like, hey, I got that thing. And they're like, oh yeah, I told you I want to buy it. Like, can I have it now? I know that sounds stupid. I know that sounds so simple that it shouldn't work, but it does work. Just no one does it because I don't know. They're afraid to call their customer because they might yell at them. I don't know idea. Or we like sitting behind a keyboard.
No, can I just ask a question though? As far as, so I had purchased a number, I don't know from what website. Would I somehow use the computer to call them off the 1-800 number or just use my cell phone?
Use your cell phone.
Okay.
Like, what do you think they're going to do? Come haunt you down, text you?
Well, I didn't know if because on the top of my website, it's like 1-800 Liberty Forge USA or something like that.
Yeah, cool. But that's for them to call you.
All right, so just use my phone. That's fine. Okay.
That's just the CEO of Liberty Forge. Just giving them a shout.
Like you don't want to give them your cell phone number, but you want them to give you their credit card number.
Well, no, I don't care. I don't care about using my phone. I just didn't know if it looked more professional calling from the 1-800 number.
It'll look more professional coming from your cell phone number.
Okay.
Because you're the CEO. You're calling off grid. Like, hey, this is Amanda, CEO of American Pride. Wanted to give you a shout. Saw you bought one of our bracelets. Really appreciate it. It's a new product for us. Hey, question. We're thinking about rolling out some shirts, rolling out some hats. And the best feedback we can get is from our customers that already bought from us. Is there a shirt or a hat that you're looking for that has a phrase on it that you would be like, take my money?
Okay, I could do that.
Like, who's your favorite brand? Like, what brand do you love purchasing from?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Probably Dolce & Gabbana.
Okay, so if Dolce, CEO of Dolce calls you, one, would you be excited?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. And then if they said, hey, Amanda, what Dolce product is in your sights for next? And you're like, a purse. And like, cool, what color? And you're like, black. Sweet. Where do you want the logo? Like, you literally designing the phone over the phone that your next purse that you want from them. And they're like, we're going to create this. Would you be like, yeah, I'll never buy that?
Yeah, of course I'd buy it.
Of course you buy it because you told them what you want to buy, right? What you want to spend money on. So that's exactly what we're doing here. Is we're just calling our customers, saying, hey, what's the next product you want to buy? They're telling us, and then we're like, cool, we're going to go do that. Because we're not just talking to one person. We're not just talking to 3 or 5 or 10 individuals that love freedom. You're talking to a subset of clones of hundreds of thousands of the same person. Someone who likes bourbon is the exact same dude down the street who also likes bourbon. The woman who loves the garden in her garden is the same woman 2 doors down who loves the garden. But if we talk to 10 of them, or I don't know, 50 of them, and get us like a consensus of the next product we should launch, really what we're doing is we're talking to 100,000 of the same gardeners. And so when we present that product, not just to those 10 gardeners or 50 gardeners we spoke to, but the hundreds of thousands of gardeners out there, they'll be like, yes, finally, someone who understands what I need. It's because all we did was mirror. We mirrored what they were interested in or what they're hunting for. And by showing up and saying, hey, here's a really cool product, they're like, hell yeah, that is amazing. I've been looking for that. I don't know who told you about this, but thank the Lord and thank the heavens that it showed up on my news feed today because I've been looking for this. Like, we are connected in a molecular way that we don't even realize. You know, it's just like all we got to do is ask. All we got to do is ask. That's where the millions are hidden. You want the cheat codes? Call your customers.
All right, I'm gonna do that today.
Don't be afraid.
Amanda, I'm curious, now that you have people go into your funnel, have you seen or found any friction points in your funnel that people are hitting?
Yes, so what I did last night is I put everything through ChatGPT again. Now I'm doing 100% lifetime guarantee of quality. And I seen like a jump already on conversions this morning. And then I'm changing quotes around and like I just watch clarity a lot. So
Good.
the issue I was having is definitely at my ads. So what I'm going to do today is though watch a few YouTube videos on ads and understanding exactly how to position them correctly as far as retargeting now for my pixels. I think that's the biggest challenge I'm having at the moment. But I just watch exactly what people are doing on clarity on my little free
Great.
time.
That's all you need to do.
And just making little edits and changes there.
Okay, so let's learn. This is a learning moment. The number one thing you need to put on your website right now that's going to create your biggest lift underneath the buy button is will arrive before Christmas.
So I did change it now to ships in less than 24 hours. So I'm making sure I'm getting that done daily.
But they don't care that it ships in 24 hours.
Okay.
Yes. Hit it with it, Trey.
Because it could ship from China,
Okay.
right? It could ship from South Africa or Billy Bob's home town, and like they're like, they don't know. Just say will arrive before Christmas.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Will be delivered before Christmas, guaranteed.
Okay.
That will create a bigger lift than realistically any kind of delivery stuff you can guarantee. You can say now, all the other 11 months of the year, yeah, ship, deliver. I always put delivered. No one cares about shipping. Everyone wants to know when it's going to get there. So delivered within 2 days, or we always say 48 hours. 48 hours sounds way better than 2 days. So delivered in 48 hours.
Even if it's ground mail?
Well, I mean, you got to do what it actually is. So if it's not 48 hours, then put 72 hours, or if it's 3 to 5 days, put 3 to 5 days. Yeah. But you need to set yourself up for success, and that's getting to where, okay, I want to be at a day or 2 days. And so you'll learn that there's zones throughout the United States. So USPS zones. Let's see if we can get an image of this. Here we go, mailing zones. So this is really cool. This is the stuff you guys should be, learning about when you're creating logistics. But here's your zones. So you have all the zones, right? You have zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All these are zones of which parcels are moved through. When you're shipping from California and you're shipping to Maine, you have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 zones to get to that East Coast location. If you're shipping from California to Utah, you go by 1 zone. And a zone is just considered a delay in time. So if it's going ground, guess what? It's got to go zone 8 to zone 7 to zone 6 to zone 5 to 4 to 3, all the way to Maine, right? Long time. So what you do to speed this up is you start looking for 3PLs that can handle volume all in these different zones. So we always try to be 2 zones away. So you have central locations. So you have like this zone 3 right here, this zone 5 and this zone 7. So you might have one in Utah, one in Kansas, and one in Ohio. And that way, when you mail something out, you're only one zone away, which means like usually like 1 to 2 days versus 7 days, right, to get through the United States. So then when, on your website, you can say, hey, we ship or we deliver within 48 hours because you know you have your products at 3 locations, allowing you 2 zones max.
Okay, that's smart.
That's how you get around that.
Okay, that's smart. Now it makes sense though. All the shipping tabs, zone 7, zone 6.
Yep. And again, you guys need to be on phones with USPS, UPS, DHL, all of them, and then use them against each other. Hey, here's how many parcels I'm shipping today. Here's how many parcels we're on track for. Here's what we're looking at for doing the year. What kind of discounts can we get? And usually they'll start you at like a 50% to 70% discount.
Then there's our profit right there. Are you getting discounts on any of your shipping, Amanda?
No, when I had called UPS the last time, it was more expensive than online, like buying a shipping label off like Pirate Ship. Like they were charging me 7 something a shipment. Even at the post office, it's like $7 to ship. But I buy it off of like Pirate Ship, it's $4.50 for shipping. And the customer's still paying for the shipping. I think I'm gonna up the price a little bit of the bracelet because they're still buying one at 20. So I'm gonna go to 24 today. But it's still cheaper on Pirate Ship.
And that's what you want to show them.
Yep.
Show them the Pirate Ship price.
Yeah. Be like,
Okay.
hey, I can go through Pirate Ship, or you can sign up a new contract. I'm a new company. Give me a rate at less than 420, so I go through you guys. Because Pirate Ship, like Pirate Rate they're making less money by you going through Pirate Rate. Because Pirate Rate is making a commission on that.
Yeah.
Right? So by them giving you a better contract than Pirate Rate, they're actually making more money.
Yep.
So that would be the argument, is why not just give me the Pirate Rate and I can be in business with you guys and show you that I'm going to be scaling over time, and then we'll work with different discounts and different rates. And then, of course, UPS also ships internationally. So when you bring over a container, or you bring over a 20-footer, or you bring over airmail, all that goes towards your UPS account, your volume. So
Wait,
then,
I'm sorry. So you're saying like instead of using a regular logistic company, you could use UPS? Is it?
yeah, and you get it for cheaper. So you can call UPS and say, hey, I want a parcel coming out of China or Hong Kong. I want you to air freight it over, and I need it under my account. And then they slap a label on it. Over it comes. UPS has international flights all day long coming from China, and then it arrives. But that amount of money that you're paying Alibaba or AliExpress right now goes towards your UPS account, which was cheaper to ship, by the way, versus you paying China their fees. And that goes towards your account, towards your volume, and UPS gives you your discounts.
Yep.
It's all a game.
I'm gonna add that to the list like also.
You gotta learn the playbook.
And it's a lot of the hidden profits in ecom. Trey's talked a lot about that over these past 2 years. So again, just to reiterate, like you being profitable right now on the front end from your Facebook ads, or you being break even, that's amazing.
Yeah, because we can source profit out of that.
Oh yeah.
And this is for everybody, right? We're not just talking to Amanda here. Like this is stuff you guys could be going and doing. I see Scotty, writing down notes, so get it, Scotty. But the thing is like everything that's on your P&L, your profit and loss statement, is a cost to your company. That's your first call to action of who you need to call. That's your call list of who you need to negotiate. So if USPS, I would call Pirate Rate, Amanda, and be like, hey,
Okay.
I'm looking at getting a UPS account. They're giving me better rates. Are you guys able to discount more? Call them. Hey, call Stripe, call PayPal, call your merchants, call your logistics, call your phone company, call everybody. Call your supplier for your products. Hey, I'm ordering quite a few bracelets from you. As you can see, I've been scaling over the last 2 weeks. I need better, for me to keep scaling, I need better pricing. Or I'm going to go find someone else.
Okay. I mean, I get them off Amazon right now, which is really convenient, super convenient.
Oh, but if you're getting them on Amazon, they gotta be on Alibaba.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they're only it's like $1.60 a bracelet I'm paying, and I get them in 2 days.
But what are they on Alibaba?
I think they're at 97 cents. Yeah,
So that's almost half.
yeah.
I know
It
it
was just
doesn't
the
seem like
timing,
much, but
like
it's
it
scale.
gets to
There's
me.
your profit.
Yeah.
Every penny counts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I told you guys the Trump hat story, right?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Retell it. It's such a great story, especially in this moment.
The Trump hat story was a good friend of mine. They had this Trump hat in his first term that they were selling, which went really great. They sold 250,000 units, and they're like $20 a pop, or I don't know how much, maybe $30 a pop. And everything, the numbers looked great. They were like, we're making freaking crazy money. They're just pouring as much money as they could into this campaign. And all the dust settled, Trump wins, and they're like, okay, let's do payouts. And the bank account was like negative 10 grand. And they're like, how's that possible? Because we just sold 250,000 units of this hat and we were all like good to go. Come to find out, they are off by a nickel on the hat pricing. And so where they thought they were positive, they were actually negative. So they were negative a nickel on every hat purchased. And that came out to be like 10 grand in costs. And so instead of being 10 grand positive or 30 grand positive, they were actually 10 grand negative. So it actually cost them 10 grand to run that business that year because they weren't watching their pennies.
Wow.
If you watch your pennies, the dollars will watch themselves.
Mm.
And those pennies, man, they add, even with us, like I mean, we get it down to the penny and we watch everything that comes through. Like I'm on calls with logistics, making sure our averages on our orders. Because once you get to scale, once you're sending 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 units a day, you start to break down to what I call consistence versus variables. And just with basically that amount of volume going out, you're gonna come to what's called a constant. And the constant is, this is the number that it costs us to ship a product out. And that's $5, $10, whatever it is. Then you have your pick packs from the 3PL. And you know what that price is on average, which becomes a constant. And then you load those constants into your calculator, which you know now, and say, okay, when I ship a product out, it's going to cost me $10 on average to ship. It's going to cost me $2.25 for pick pack. And that's my average. That's pretty much for every product that goes out, it's going to cost in or around there. Even if they order 1 or if they order 5, I average it out to a constant. And then over law of large numbers, 1,000 units out, 10,000 units out, that number will pretty much stay and stick. And then you can pretty much allocate and understand your profits or your debts with those constants in play. And that's what I always shoot for. So when I'm negotiating with our rates, they might say, oh, well, if you pick 5 units, it's 10 cents per pick. Or that's probably the best one to use in a 3PL. Like, hey, if you order 5 units, someone orders 5, it's going to be 10 cents per pick. If they order 1, it's 10 cents. I'm like, I don't want just like the ups and downs, like 5 and 1s. Just give me, I don't care if it's 1 unit or if it's 10 units or if it's a pallet, give me one price. I just know that price is per order. So, and they'll do their numbers. They come back and maybe it's $2.50. Okay, $2.50, no matter the size of the order that comes in, I'm just paying you $2.50. They're like, yes, cool. Bop, I take that constant number, I put it in the calculator. So that way I know every order that I send out, every bracelet that I mail, it's $2.50 per pick and pack. That's what I know. Shipping, obviously, you get a different range on that. But that's what I do, is I just drive it down to constants. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
And
as far,
even breaking
can I
down.
just ask a quick question though, as far as for the holidays and stuff like that? Would you, so I'm trying to do like shifts within or 24 hours or get it between 5 days. Is it smart because the holidays are ending and Ecom is going to kind of dry out after January to do a large shipment order from Alibaba right now? Like,
Are they, do you know if they're going as gifts?
they're not. The gift, my gift funnel isn't really converting, but my other funnels, as far as like just for I guess a guy to buy it for himself, those are converting high on a higher level than the gifts.
then yeah, I would say that it'll probably make its way through January. January is always like a low month for us. So is February. We don't really come back to like March. So I go into a depressed state like January, February. I always pretty much throw my hands up and say I should take a 2-month vacation. But that's every year. So I've realized that cycle. But doesn't mean you can't have the inventory ready to go. Because if I was you, I would probably sandbag it a little bit. Is I'd make that order from China, have it DHL'd over so it's aired over. Those bracelets are already made, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just became profitable on every conversion.
Okay.
And they're
I can do
still
that.
getting it, before, obviously, you need to hustle, but you can have those products here probably by Monday of next week. If you order today, order tonight, get on AliExpress, Alibaba. We're probably about to sleep right now, but if you got on around 9 o'clock tonight,
Yeah, they'll be up later.
start chatting. Yeah, you'll be up
Yeah.
late too. But get a conversation going, have them send you pictures, have them send you video of it. Make sure it matches identical to what you're selling already. Size, color, shape, all the things. Then be like, yeah, I want X, Y, and Z. What I like to do is, if they're okay with it, is I will create the order through AliExpress, because that way you're protected. And obviously when you do this later, you'll get, into wiring. But right now you can do the transaction through AliExpress. And that's how we did the flashlights. We just used our Amex, and you could use your credit card. So then you can get points for the transaction you're making through AliExpress, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I try to use the credit card anytime that I can, unless they knock it. Like, unless they're like, oh, but we'll add a 4% fee. Then I'm like, never mind. But AliExpress, they don't. Alibaba, they don't. You're using Pirate, what the thing was called?
Pirate ship?
Pirate ship.
Yeah, that's through a credit card. Like, everybody should have. You should have a. I have a couple of them. I have American Express Gold. Or no, that's not gold. That's silver. This one's a good one. This one's like $700 a year, which kind of seems steep, but Clear, you get Clear for free, which is like TSA checkout. You get Clear for free. You get $15 Ubers every month. You get all these kind of like nuances that make up for the $700, but you get 4%, or maybe it's 3%, up to 150 grand on your
Is that through your business or your personal?
I don't have any personal credit cards.
It's all through the business.
Yeah, I don't make any personal expenses. Like this clothes right here, these are business expense. This is costume for this call today. Like, I don't own any clothes. I don't own anything. The business owns everything. You can get one of these. These are freaking sweet. If you're into Bitcoin, you can get a Coinbase. This is an Amex, an American Express. You can get up to 4% money back on every transaction that goes into Bitcoin, which that's pretty sweet. So kind of just whatever tickles the pickle. Let it freaking rock and roll on what kind of credit card you want for the business. I mean, we have gold ones. We got gold credit cards. Like, whatever. Like, call them Amex and tell them what your business is, where you spend the most money, and how you get the most rewards, and then go with that card is what I would do. So we have different cards for different goals, I guess. So like for me, with the gold card, we get 1-to-1 points for like Home Depot, Wayfair. What's the other one? We get a couple other ones, but 1-to-1 points. So like, I don't do any of the points where it's like 50%. I want 1-to-1. So for every dollar I get from Amex, that dollar goes towards $1 of like Home Depot, or $1 of Wayfair. So RH, Restoration Hardware, is $1. So any of the furniture in our house, any rehab we do on real estate, we use the Amex points to pay for the lumber, pay for the furniture, because we're not paying for it, but we can tax deduct it. So I get the points, I use the cash, I go build the house, and the house, I write it off. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I use everything in all companies to kind of like create this halo effect, if you will, around all the other stuff that we do. I'm just using different levers to help profit on other businesses. So like, for instance, the company, let's say I bought a $100,000 rehab, right? And we put 15 grand into it. Well, I got Home Depot 15 grand. So it didn't cost me anything to rehab it, but now I made that 15 grand back in cash when I went and sell that house. So where I couldn't get the cash from Amex, I transferred the cash through Home Depot, built the house, cashed the house out, and then now I got the cash out of the Amex. But you could do it other ways. You know, you could do like if you want Wayfair, if you want like new furniture, if you want, you know, Gucci or whatever, like that's what I was saying when you interview these cards, find what you can get from the card and see how it can benefit you as a business. That's why I do the Coinbase.
I like that. It's smart.
Because every transaction that goes through that card, it's 4%. So every $1,000 that I make or $1,000 I spend, $40 in Bitcoin goes into my Coinbase account. So if I can spend 100 grand a month on that, that's $44,000 of Bitcoin every month that Amex is just saying, here's some free Bitcoin.
How many cards would you suggest a business should hold? Because I only have one credit card for my business, but it's only like a $2,000 limit. Like it's nothing.
But you have, so that's what's cool about Amex is not a credit card. Amex is a charge card. It's a difference. A credit card is a bank lending you credit, saying, hey, here's what you get for the month. Where an Amex is a charge card. As soon as you pay off that charge, you get the limit back. So if my Amex was only $2 grand and I paid it off the next day, I got another $2 grand I can go spend on the Amex. And that's how we did the flashlights. Is we did $1 million, maybe it was more. I think it was 1.2 million on our Amex. And the guy's like, I don't know how you did this because you're only allowed 600 grand. I said, oh, we just paid it off every 2 days. He's like, oh, that makes sense. So Stripe pays you every 2 days. So have Stripe pay you every 2 days. Have Amex automatic pay every 3 days. And that way your rotation through your bank accounts are going straight to the Amex. You're paying it off. You can keep running the ads. Like my goal, like an easy goal, this is just kind of something you could put, is I'll run a $100 million break-even company all day long if I can just put all expenses on Amex. Because I'm immediately profitable 4%. I'll take a 4% of 100 million. Right? Just through the Amex
Absolutely.
Yeah, or kickbacks. Maybe you get kickbacks. You know, you spend so much with the company, you know, USPS or whoever, like when we did our own logistics for the flashlight, UPS came to us and they said, hey, do you need help shipping? I didn't know how much help we needed. We friggin' should never have shipped anything, but because we had no clue what we were doing. But UPS came in and said, we're gonna grant you $70,000 to build an entire logistics warehouse on us.
Wow.
Computers, they're gonna give us computers, conveyor lines, like everything to ship faster. And they're gonna write us a check for $70,000. And they're gonna bring in 3 internal logistics crew that they have on their staff to come in and design it all for us.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
They're just gonna like, we can handle it all. We're gonna do it all for you. You just say thank you. I was like, that was awesome. We never ended up doing it because we realized how sucky we were at it, and we went to 3PLs. But that was out there. That was an offering they were willing to give us because that was a kickback because we spent so much money. I think we spent 400 grand or 500 grand a month with them just on, you know, like bringing stuff over.
That's a lot.
Maybe it was more. But they were like, we're going to give you a kickback, 70,000. Here's what you get. You know, we want to watch you grow. Like they're in the business for growth. So if they can help us grow and make us more functional, and they know we got a contract with them, like we're going to keep using them, right? So that's how they operate. They're a $1 billion company. It's pretty freaking cool. So just know, like, just because you're running a break-even company doesn't mean you're break-even. You're a couple percentages away from, you know, profiting. And you can do that through deducting your P&L or through kickbacks, like your Amex.
I'm gonna sign up for one today. They should give me a better limit now that my business has been open for a number of years.
Well, even if you don't, just ride that edge, and Amex will just every 3 months they'll keep raising it for you.
Yeah, because my personal, I have a lot. I could spend.
Yep. Yeah. Anything that's going to give you rewards, like hit it, you know, like whatever, like if you love trips, if you love vacations, if you love airfare, like grab the card. Maybe that's not an Amex. Maybe that's a Southwest card. Again, like whatever your goals are, like my goals is to just keep compounding money. So I'm going to go with like the Home Depot points. I'm going to go with furnishings, like things like that. That I can keep building wealth. If you're like, oh, I'd rather go on a plane trip, then get a card that helps you go on more plane trips. Like get the card that surrounds your lifestyle of what you're looking to do, like what your goals are. Because if you love shopping at Costco, get a Costco card and use your points to get free groceries. Like literally, like whatever your goal in life is, I would urge you. I love watching. I don't know if you guys seen the guy that eats the pizzas and is like Barstool. I forget.
Oh, Dave Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, did you see the TikTok where like he's at Walgreens and it pops up his like points that he has on his Amex?
Oh yeah.
It was like 44 million points. He's like, I just never used them. He's like, I just never use it. He's just growing his Amex points, There's always that. That's his backup. He's got 44 million points in backup. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. There's a whole side of Trey, you guys, we don't even see on these calls, the actual business back end. That was awesome, man. That was amazing.
It's just, you learn it. You learn stuff from other people or, from calls like this. Just, oh, that's a cool idea. I'll write that down. That's a good idea. But the Coinbase, I'm telling you guys, the Coinbase Amex is pretty sweet.
Oh, you guys got to get on the Coinbase Amex. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a cool card too. It's like all matrix wise.
Yeah, and it's got some.
It's heavy.
It's heavy. It's got some feel to it.
Got some feel to it, but
you think Bitcoin? You think it's going to bounce back? That and like XRP.
Dante, do we have time?
It's the future. Yeah, we have time. Let's build people up as human beings here for the rest of their lives.
I seriously believe it'll be generational wealth.
Yep.
A coin is expensive. It's 92 grand right now. 93 going up. Do I think it'll bounce back? I think it'll be bouncy. It'll always be bouncy. But that currency is held by two words. And those two words are world currency. Not the currency of the United States, not the currency of Europe, not the currency of South Africa or wherever. It is a world currency. And sure, like it's 90 grand today. It might be $30,000 tomorrow, but I'm not a person who's going to sell my coin. Like I'm a bag holder. I keep putting more in my bag and I don't sell it. It is there to grow. And my entire goal is to grow as many coins as I can. My goal is like 100. I want 100 coins. So 100 Bitcoins would be, let's say in 5 to 10 years, let's say it hits $1 million, right? That'd be $100 million in coin in the USD standpoint, which is a lot. And that's generational wealth, because now those 100 coins, they will keep increasing by, let's say 10 to 20% year over year. So then I can put that in trust. Those can go to the kids, to the grandkids, to the grandkids, and just kind of like level down, right? But how cool would it be to be that uncle that was like, I knew an uncle who had 100 Bitcoin that gained 100 Bitcoin, because 100 Bitcoin in 10 years is going to be so substantial. Like 100 right now is a lot. But in 10 years, people are going to be excited to have one, right? Like they're excited to have one right now. And what I looked at is I looked at all our companies, coaching.com, Bitcoin is pretty much my primaries. And Bitcoin made us the most money year over year. Bitcoin has made us the most money. So what I've been looking at is, how do we put as much money into Bitcoin as fast as possible? Because it's not getting any cheaper and it's going to only get bigger. And there's only a certain amount. There's 21 million coins that are going to be mined over the next, I think there's like 40 years left or 50 years left. But there's only 21 million. So if every millionaire right now at this point in time said, I want at least one Bitcoin, they could not have it. They cannot have it. It cannot exist. So just that alone, like we're still in the infancy. We're like, I think 1% of 100% of people getting it. I think it's going to be, it's world currency. Like you're not seeing it right now. I watch it every single day, not just Bitcoin, but I watch the news on it. I read the documents. I watch the YouTube videos about it. But from what I'm seeing, in about 3 to 5 years, our stock market's going to look a lot different. How you do business is going to look a lot different. They're not talking about it right now, like on your, Fox News, CNN, but in the background, the NASDAQ is turning and switching over to what's called rails, and they're putting the stock market on Bitcoin. You will buy a house through Bitcoin, through the blockchain. So you will own the code, I guess, if you will, kind of like an NFT, but your house won't be a contract anymore. Your house won't be through a title company anymore. It'll be an exchange. Like, Charlie, I want your house. Cool. I'm gonna, exchange it over through Bitcoin here, and then I'll send you the NFT, and then now you digitally hold the house. You hold that land through a digital currency. Like, the world's going digital. We're AI, supercomputers. We need a currency that flows with it. So I think the U.S. dollar is, depleting. Like, if you read Ray Dalio's book about all the currencies that kind of come and go, we're overdue for that, and America is obviously the top one. So it sucks to say that. It sucks to be like, oh, the United States dollar is going to zero. But I think there's a play. I think that the play is the government is buying Bitcoin. I think they'll somehow get out of debt by doing a transfer of gold into Bitcoin. So they'll sell their gold for the Bitcoin, and then the Bitcoin will become worth X, and then we'll be able to seize that debt that we owe, and then we'll become a debtless company, but we'll also be not on the gold standard anymore like we are now. We'll actually be on the Bitcoin standard. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. Like, Trump Jr., who is the son of Trump, the son of the president, I think the dude's pretty smart and probably in the know, just took a loan on Mar-a-Lago. So Mar-a-Lago is the golf place that Trump owns. They own that outright. They don't have any loans. They don't have any debt on that location. So Trump Jr. got permission from his dad, who is your president of the United States, to take a $2 billion loan out and go and build a infrastructure in Texas of 35,000 Bitcoin miners, of hydro miners.
Wow.
And they are producing right now 100 Bitcoin a month from the mining operation in Texas. It's one of the largest Bitcoin miners. So if you have the son of the president, who also wrote a bill under the Genius Act that gets 100% write-off on a Bitcoin, and you have your dad up on stage saying, I want America to be the biggest, largest Bitcoin mining country in the world, something's up. There are signs that, things are in motion, things are going to happen. And so I'm just sitting back, collecting my Bitcoin and holding on, like riding the ups, riding the downs. But here's what's really cool is, if let's say you go get a coin, right? And you save up for a coin, or you dollar cost average into a coin, whatever. Earlier I said, you'll never see me sell it. Well, Trey, how do you make any money not selling it? Because you can borrow against it. So on Coinbase right now, I can go get up to $1 million. That's the max you can get on Coinbase currently of today. I can borrow $1 million against my Bitcoin. Obviously, you got to have $1 million, but up to a max of $1 million. I can take that out at 7% interest. I can go do whatever I want with it. I can go buy a house. I can go buy clothes. I can go buy a car. I can go look at it. I don't know. Deposit in the bank. It's instant. I can get that money within 5 to 10 seconds. No loan application, no P&Ls, no company audits, like 2 button clicks, $1 million in your account max. Go do with whatever you want, Trey. We hold your Bitcoin though. They do hold that as collateral. So as Bitcoin rises, so does your wealth. So you can go borrow against your wealth, which is, by the way, a tax deduction. If you go borrow 100 grand, I get to tax deduct the 100 grand because it's a loan, and I get to keep my Bitcoin in my Coinbase or wherever it's at in the safe, growing, right? So I don't have to take it out, because by taking it out, I lose. I have to keep it in. That's the whole game, because there's only 21 million. Every day it's going to get harder and harder and harder and harder, infinitely harder to get one coin, let alone 2, let alone 5, 10, 100, right? So right now, in the next 10 years, press the gas, go get as many coins as you can, and hold on for dear life, because it's going to be a ride. Like, it is going to be a ride. and if the government, which I think we will, if the United States flows over to a Bitcoin standard, you've made it. Like, good job. You did good, kid. You did good. Yep. But, you know, like, it was 60 grand 2 years ago. It was 20 grand 2 years before that. There's a kid that I watch, and I love what he says. He says, when in doubt, scroll out. And I love that. When in doubt, scroll out. So, I love that. But I could talk to you guys about Bitcoin for a long time.
Robert Kiyosaki, you guys have probably seen this little clip of him, but I didn't understand investing for a large majority of my life, and I didn't really understand like how it gave me leverage. So right now, the housing market is crazy for a first-time home buyer, just a normal person who goes to college and gets a job. For them to buy a home, a lot of youth isn't doing it anymore. They're just renting or doing whatever because it's so difficult to get into your first home because prices have risen and inflated so much. Interesting. Robert Kiyosaki buys a $2.5 million house. He doesn't feel it at all. His cost of entry is not $2.5 million like everybody else out there. His cost of entry was $415,000 because he bought that $2.5 million house with gold that he invested in 10 years ago. So he invested $415,000 in gold, and over these years, that gold had grown and inflated with the market. So he was able to buy that house just from the investment he had earlier. Bitcoin is the exact same thing, in my humble opinion. You make the investment now as that thing is growing. It literally gives you leverage in the market, so you don't have to just be at will of the market. As inflation hits, you're inflating with it. So I would just echo Trey. It's my consuming everything too is just like this is the 10 years. I think we a lot of times don't we as humans like to think back to the past of like, oh man, I wish I was here in America when it was first being founded. If I lived back then, I'd own the whole country. We always think about like if I was born then, if I had that opportunity. Right now is one of those times that people talk about 50 years ago and they'll be saying, could you imagine if I was alive in 2025 and I could invest in Bitcoin, I'd be running it. So I completely agree with Trey. The next decade everything is gonna change, and now's the time to stay ahead of it. 100%.
I'm just excited for the day when and I don't know when this will be, but instead of saying, oh, that'll be 550 today, it'll be like, oh, that's 0.0005 of a Bitcoin. I don't know how they'll say it, like, oh, they'll probably say like 5/1000th of a Bitcoin. I don't know how you'll like present it on a board. Because like that's what it'll cost to buy a burger, right? Like 0.0005, of a Bitcoin. And that's what you're tapping anymore. I mean, everything's just becoming electronic. Everything's moving through electron particles. Like it's just kind of like if you can see the future, you can kind of see it's AI, it's robots, medicine, and you need a currency that flows through that. And Bitcoin pretty much is the primary right now. That might change later, but it's a really good system. The government of all the majority of countries, not just like one off the in Zimbabwe is like, hey, check this out. Like we're talking Russia, China, Europe, America is like, yeah, we believe in this. Like government-backed believers. This isn't make believe anymore. The
last time we've had a global currency anything like this was gold.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, what a time to be alive, and to get started, it's a Coinbase account. You just type in coinbase.com, put $10 in it, put $100 in it. Like, can you get a fraction of a Bitcoin? Yes. You can go get $100 worth or $1,000 worth, and you should. That way, when you at least put $1,000 in or $500, you at least have money in it, and that'll become education for you. You start just naturally educating yourself because you have money invested in something. Like I'm never looking at stocks that don't have money in it. I'm looking at the stocks that I do have money in.
Yep.
Through human nature and nature, you're just gonna be like, oh, I got money in Bitcoin. I probably should know a little bit about it. And then you're gonna drink the Kool-Aid, and then you're gonna be a mirror of me and talking about it and having a lot of fun. So it's an amazing thing. And of course, look at all the kids. Look at the kids right now. They're all on their phones, iPads, and computers, and they're not social. they're playing video games, and they're all electronics. Like no one knows how to socialize or sell anymore.
Nope.
Like I call it knee to knee, right? It's all this. It's all virtual. If they're willing to show up as them, I mean, maybe they'll use costumes next. I don't know, but they gotta trade the currency. I think the coolest thing about Bitcoin is how I can send you 30 grand on a Sunday, right? Like I can't do that through the bank. Like the natural banks right now, if I wanted to send you a wire, I could not send you a wire.
Yeah.
And we actually sent a wire Friday. We got a call Sunday night. And the guy's like, hey, did you mean to send this? This could be fraud and all these things. It's like, no, it's not fraud. Like, let the wire go. Like, we know we've sent hundreds of thousands of wires. Like, we know kind of how to wire. And they're like, oh, well, you put, a description on here, which, flags, we got to check it. Like, there isn't any of this middleman crap. Or if I go into a bank and say, hey, give me $30,000 in cash, they're like, what do you need it for? Okay, well, it's going to be 7 days until we can give it for you. It's like, what? But I can go on a plane with a USB drive with 100 grand on it with 1 Bitcoin and no one asks any questions. I go on a plane with a briefcase of 100 grand and I'm getting called to the marshal's office in the back. Like, what are you doing with $100,000 in a briefcase?
Mm-hmm.
It's just times are changing. Times are changing. And there's old ways and there's new ways. And it's one of the new ways. You can jump on or stay in the old ways and you see how that goes. I was trying to pull it up. I couldn't find it. But there's a commercial when credit cards came to market. So before credit cards, right? Everybody was using cash. And this guy's at a Burger King. And the lady, the news anchor is like, okay, well, are you going to purchase the burger with cash or credit card? He's like, cash. Like, I got this credit card. Don't know really how to use it, but I'd prefer to do cash. And she's like, do you think you'll ever use credit cards? He's like, not really. Cash is just way easier. And then now you look at today, you go to a lot of places. I go to grocery stores, and before I can even check out, it says, do you understand that this is a cashless system? And you can't use cash here. I'm like, I have to click a button that says, I understand, before I can even start checking out. Like, we're moving out of a cashless society into a credit card, right? And into a digital. There's signs. Just gotta know where to look.
Yep.
So I don't know. That's my soapbox. I could talk to you guys for hours on that. But it's really, really impressive. Now, once you become a believer, then I would definitely say, look into mining, because I think mining's a pretty cool potential thing where you just got this passive box that's running on electricity, making you passive income every single minute, every single day. And that's a beautiful thing too. So, but those are for the believers. Like, you're not mining if you do not believe in Bitcoin. If you don't own any Bitcoin, you're definitely not mining. That's for sure. That's like second tier down. But yeah, so we're in the works. We're in the works of actually building a mining operation, maybe in Texas. So I'm on some fleet calls right now that we'll probably do some capital raising here in the next few months. But that could be big. That could be really, really big. We're pretty excited. We won't be as big as Trump's location. That thing is wicked cool. But we'll be a crumb. That's all we'll be. We'll be a little crumb.
And a crumb will be more than enough.
Way more than enough. Yeah, way, way more. But it'll be pretty cool because, yeah, I mean, look back and be like, I did that. But it'd be cool. All right. That's all I have for the Bitcoin stuff for today.
That was awesome. As always, Trey. As always, great stuff to look into for our 2026.
2026. That's going to be a year right there.
It's going to be a year.
I got to come up with 2025 was the year to thrive. So 2026 is like, I got to come up with
I got one, but I'll tell that to you later.
Oh, okay. You got a good one? All right. We'll get it. All right, my friends. Well, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you being on here. Thanks for listening. Go take some of this stuff, even if it's just one thing. Go and implement it. I'll leave you with this. Something that's working really well on Facebook right now is one campaign, one ad set, and inside the ad is 2 to 3 reel videos, like 15 seconds, 13 to 15 seconds reels, plus 2 images.
Oh, really?
It's a flexible ad, 3 videos, 2 images. That is our best converting ad right now. And I've multiplied that across a couple campaigns and it's dominating the majority of them.
3 videos, 2 images.
Yeah.
I just put that in the chat if you guys want to copy and paste that in like a note or something really quick.
Yeah, one ad. Yeah, one ad set, one campaign. And then if you're looking to raise the budget, or you're like, hey, I got new creative, you create a new ad underneath that one ad set. So it's campaign, ad set, now 2 ads. Same thing, flexible, 3 videos, 2 images. But this was interesting, is I was always duplicating the ad and then using the same copy and the same headlines, but just swapping out the videos.
Yeah.
I was told that was a no-no. And you should come up with new creative, new headlines, and new reels, which gives Facebook even more to work with. That might be a little bit of a good bonus point too. But the downside is Facebook says if you're going to add a new ad, you also need to increase the budget.
Of the new ad?
Well, it's an ad budget campaign, ad set campaign budget, right? Ad set budget, geez. Ad set budget. Yeah, because you can do ad set budget or you can do campaign budget. I always do ad set budgets. But then they want more money to flow through that new ad versus, hey, we know what this ad can do at this limit. So if you're going to add a new ad, add budget so we can deploy some of that budget into that new one. And that's working really well. Something I noticed today, which I thought was really cool on the drive here, is on the app called your ads manager. So like the ads manager app, you can actually increase your budget on that app. So if you're like just driving around, you're like, oh, I'm doing pretty good on my conversions, I probably should up my budget. I've been telling you like 20%, 30% additions to the budget. What's really cool about that app is it gives you 3 buttons. It gives you a double the budget button, and it gives you a increased budget by, I think it's probably like 30%, or a decreased budget by 30%. So you can actually do plus, minus, or double.
Wow.
And so I thought it was really cool by using the app and that it's suggesting, hey, you can increase it by 30%. When you click that, it obviously just does it by itself. But I feel like Facebook sees that as, oh, he's listening to us. Maybe we'll help him out. Versus you're just randomly putting a number in there and hoping that the same conversion metrics stick around.
Because if there's one thing we learned this year, Facebook wants us to learn the rules and play by the rules, and we get rewarded for that.
You get rewarded. And you can tell if you're getting rewarded by your content is if your CPM is less than 50. So if your CPM is less than $50, you have good content. If it's more than 50, your content sucks.
Okay.
Become a better content. It's a good way to analysis. Like, I think our CPMs, let's just look real quick. I'm in the 30s.
Nice.
One is actually 60, and it's not converting. Funny enough.
Funny.
So I have 2 30s and I have a 60, and the 60 is not getting any of the ad spend. It's saying, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything else, within KPIs, which is good. And then Facebook wants creative. Facebook wants creative all day. The more you can give it, the better. Because it tires people out. It's tiring people out, and people sometimes just need to see a new image or a new video, or like they didn't get their question answered in one video, but you answer the question in the next video. It's like, yes, I do need to get this. I don't know. People are weird. Human buying habits are weird. So if you can use that to your power, by all means, roll it out and scale up. This is the time to scale. December is the time to scale. January is the time of refunds. Everybody wants their money back in January. Everybody wants to give you their money in December. So scale as hard as you can, as hard as Facebook will allow you. Get those charge cards. What's cool about the Coinbase credit card is you get the digits same day. You don't have to wait for the credit card to arrive in the mail.
Oh, nice.
So you could actually start using the Amex like today if you wanted to. I'm sure probably the same thing with if you call Amex and get a card off of their website. I'm sure you could log in and get your credit card numbers as well. I just know that it was like, hey, do you want me to add this to the Apple Wallet? I was like, yes, that's cool. And then just plugged it into Facebook. I would also have make sure you guys have 2 credit cards. Maybe I was saying one earlier. Make sure you have 2 credit cards, or like a credit card and a PayPal, as your primary, and then as your secondary on Facebook billing. Because for whatever reason, Facebook or your bank declines a transaction. They do that sometimes, especially during the December months. If Facebook shuts down, you lose all that volume, all that momentum. So you need that secondary so Facebook still gets paid to keep the momentum going. Like, you never want a decline to stop your ads. And Facebook will shut off all your ads with a decline because they're like, oh, this guy has no more money.
Right.
So why would I run more impressions? Like, you need to show them that the flow never stops.
Right. So if I'm if let's say card 1 is a Amex Gold and I'm really leveraged on that, I'm having to pay every 2 days just to keep I'll keep that one leveraged, but I want to have like a PayPal open with a couple hundred at least or whatever to get me through just in case something happens there.
So I kind of use PayPal as a like redundancy, because PayPal will be like, we can go from the PayPal balance. If that declines, we'll go for a credit card. If your credit card declines, we'll go for your bank account.
Yeah.
So like realistically on Facebook, I got 4. So the first credit card, if that declines, it goes to PayPal balance to credit card, PayPal balance to bank account. So like 4, I got to go through 4 layers before my ads turn off.
Nice.
Just kind of keeps the movement going, moment going. So
it's so important to join these calls because Trey got there with 4 layers because one day his ads turned off because he didn't have enough layers. We don't have to go hit all those problems every single day. We just say, oh, great, I'm going to put 4 layers in.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed the call. Hi, Trey.
Hello, Maria.
I've been here trying to talk to a customer on phone. She kept me all through. I didn't hear nothing.
Today.
But finally, she ordered. At least I made $100 for $150 for now.
Yeah, let's see. I think we started an hour ago, right? For your time zone.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing. I'll follow back the calls and I'll just listen.
Yeah, I think you put up the recordings pretty quick, don't you?
I got the recording right here for everybody. Put this in the chat. All right, we'll give you guys a couple seconds. Make sure to click that link. It's just a simple YouTube link. So you have the recording. Make sure to watch this. This was a great one.
That's cool. All right, my friends. Well, we're going to go keep scaling. We got about, I don't know. I think the ads start to die around the 21st.
Yeah.
That's usually pretty consistent of the year. So like you pretty much got 11 days of scaling, and then it'll pretty much deplete usually. If not, keep going. Like if you're not seeing any roads and bumps, just keep your ads going. But if you start to see your conversions start to creep up, maybe kind of like come back on your ads a little bit, and then maybe do a refresher like January 15th. Keep them at like 5, 10, $20 a day. Just let it kind of throttle a little bit. And then once you see the conversions start popping back, because everybody's going to start turning off their ads, just like you are. Everybody else is turning off their ads. So like it kind of comes back into balance. And then come January, we should be able to get more conversions back into it. But our creative is changing. We're updating our buttons to reflect the new year. Our banners are changing. Like, it's spring cleaning. We get the spring out and change up the ads, change up the volume, change up the things. So the other thing I would tell you to do is do some story-based selling. Funny enough is anymore, I don't even read ChatGPT what it gives me. I'm so lazy. I copy, paste, and go. I don't even proofread it. I'm such a lazy business guy. But I'll tell Chat, I said, here's the product. I give it my page link, my funnel link. And I say, create me 5 testimonial stories around this product. And I want them to be like, the best stories ever. And those are working really well on Facebook as well, versus saying something like, you need to grab this, or this is awesome. Having those stories where people can relate to the product helps the purchase, because they reflect on, oh yeah, that's my situation. So, like for this, we got this is our one of our ornaments that we're selling right now. It's a Christmas tree ornament for the plug. And, some of the stories it's talking about is the nostalgia of when they were a kid, or that was a light that their grandma always had, and it reminded them of that. Or there's a story that it made where it's like, you know, every night the kids are like, you know, we're saying, okay, turn off your devices and go to sleep and turn your phones off. And, you know, one of the signs is we always turn the tree nightlight on. And, you know, even though the screens are off, the twinkling glow of the nightlight just kind of makes the room warm. And like, that's the stories it's telling. And I was like, sounds good. Copy, paste, send. And those are working out really, really well for us, because people are relating to those stories and saying, man, I remember when my grandma had that. Or I remember when, you know, our kids are on their devices every night. Like, I want to grab a couple of those. So that's working. So basically, flexible ads, 2 images, 3 real videos, story-based selling is working really well. And it's, you know, maybe 3 paragraphs, nothing like super crazy long. It's just a really quick knit story ChatGPT creates, and push play.
And have below your buttons a subheadline, will arrive before Christmas morning.
Yeah. We'll arrive before Christmas. Yep.
Or Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, we'll arrive before Christmas. That's a good one for now. And then of course change that, you know, put a reminder to like December 26th. Make an update. Go back to your delivered in, you know, 2 to 4 days or 48 hours or whatever you want to do. Because people want Amazon Prime time. They want it quick. They want it so fast. Amazon is a rival. You know, Amazon's taking up 53% of all e-commerce sales. If Shopify is doing $5 million a minute right now, I still got up on the screen, by the way, $5 million a minute. Think what Amazon is doing a minute right now.
It's
like,
got
Shopify's like, here's our numbers. I mean, it's just incredible. Freaking incredible. I mean, I don't even know what that number is. I mean, thanks for Shopify for sharing that number, but well, here, we can probably figure it out. What is the percentage of e-com sales on Shopify? What percentage of sales on see if it gives us this. Let's see if we have some sort of statistic. I don't think it knows what I'm asking. I'll have to ask that differently. I mean, if it's 10%, times that by 5, which I don't even know if it's 10%, honestly. That seems high. Because you got Walmart. Like, we're not even talking about Walmart, Costco, Target. Like, Amazon is 50% of all e-com. All e-com. 50%.
Yeah, it's not.
Here, we'll do this different way. Okay. Okay, so $253 billion will be spent online through November and December. So let's see, 253 billion. I don't even know how to put that in now. 253 billion divided by 2. So it's 126 billion a month. 126 billion divided by 30, let's call it. So it's 4 billion. That's 4 billion a day. Okay, so let's just call it 5 million a minute. It's a lot. Times 60 minutes times 24 hours. Is Shopify doing that much? 7 billion? Did I do that right? 5? I mean, that's what it's saying.
Oh, you definitely, yeah, that sounds about right.
So that's 7. So it's doing 7 billion a day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I doing that right? I don't think that's right, because that's saying they're only spending, so somebody's wrong. Because that's saying there's only 4 billion a day right now in all e-commerce. So either Shopify's lying to us, or this stat is wrong. Either way, it's a lot.
Either way, it's a lot.
Billions, jeez. How do you put it? How many zeros is a billion? Let's see. That's 1,000. That's 100,000. That's a million. 100 million, right? Yeah, 100 million, and then one more zero makes a billion, right? Geez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that right?
10 zeros?
Yeah, 9 zeros. Is 9 zeros a billion? Is 9 zeros a billion?
I thought it was 10 if I was doing math right.
Well, 10th would be the first one, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So 1/1000th of a billion is 100 grand. That's your crumb. So to do 1/1000th of a billion is 100,000. Okay. And they're doing 126, 7 billion a day.
Wow.
So 7 billion. So yeah. So one 10,000th. I don't even know how to say that. One over 10,000 is 70 grand to pull off of us. That's a day. So if you're doing 70 grand a day, you're pulling just 1/10,000th of the sales that are going through the ecosystem. So if you're doing less than that, obviously you're just leaving a lower crumb. 70 grand a day. 70 grand a day times 30 is 2 million a month. But like 1/10,000th of what the economy is doing, and you're still at 2 million, you're a $2 million a month company, you're a $24 million company.
On 1/10,000th.
1/10,000th. There's only 176,000 businesses in America that make over 10 million a year.
Wow.
176,000. Maybe less. Because the bigger you are, the harder it is to get up there, you know?
Mm-hmm. One 10,000ths.
That's 2 million a month.
That's wild.
That's 70 grand.
That's Ecom, Scotty.
Yeah, we're just talking about ecom online sales. Oh, well, okay. That number doesn't even reflect all online for the 176,000 businesses. That's like, it could be an HVAC company,
Right.
be a cleaning company, it could be a computer company, it could be a
Wow.
waste management company. Not even just online.
Wow. That's shocking. I just looked up the other day how many LLCs are in America, and I think it was a silly number for there only to be that many $10 million businesses.
So I love these stats because it just shows you when you make it to these levels, and I don't feel like they're very high levels, but there's not very many people at those levels. So what's percentage of Americans make over 400 grand a year? It's their annual income.
6?
5.
5. Wow.
So to be in the top 1% of Americans, it's 650. Your take home needs to be 650.
Wow, for 1%.
to be in the 1%.
Wow.
It's not $1 million. People think you got to be like I got to make a $10 million to be in the top 1%. 650. That's the number.
Wow. 650 to be the top 1%.
In America.
That feels so attainable, so achievable.
Top 10% is, well, I almost gave it away. What do you think top 10? What do you think you got to be? How much money you got to bring home to be the top 10%, which I think is still pretty good.
200,000.
Yeah, 250.
250.
Mm-hmm. 250, you're in the top 10%. So when you're driving down the highway, you're richer than the 9 cars around you. At 250. At 650, every 100 cars you drive around.
It's wild.
Top 1%. Top 1%. That's crazy. Crazy stats. Let's see. So, okay, it says the U.S. has over 36 million businesses in total as of 2023. Only 32,000 of them, only 32,000 businesses make over 50 million.
Wow.
So 32,000 of the 36 million businesses. 32,000 divided by 36 million. That's 8/1000th of a percent. 0.0008. That's your chances of becoming a $50 million company. Good thing you're on the right call.
Good thing.
Yeah, 200,000. So it's pretty much the same numbers. Or over 20 million. Or it says in between the 10 million and but above 20 million. It says roughly 100,000 to 150,000 companies are over 20 million a year. And that means, and that's not even online, right? So I'm trying to like put these online, but that's all companies, all in the United States. And here we're just talking about, you just need 1/10,000th of what's happening on the Ecom spectrum to be in that percentage. So to be, let's say 150,000 companies of the 36 million, that's, what is that? How do you say that? 0.004. 4 1,000ths? Yeah, no. 4 100ths? No, that's not right. 0.004. What is that? How do you say that?
That's 4.
Is that 4 1,000ths?
I think it's thousands, right?
Because the next one's 10, then I was way wrong on the second one because I thought I had 4 zeros in there. 0.0. Yeah, I know that. Oh yeah, no, it is thousands. Okay, 4,000. Yeah, it's 4 1,000. Damn. 4/10ths of a percent.
Wow.
4/10ths. Wow, we're doing like, that's like so many divisions right there. 4/10ths of a percent. Oh wow. 4 1,000ths. Like you can just get impressed by just numbers.
You can.
Like, okay. Wow. I'm not, like, if you're making one sale online, you're already winning, guys.
Literally.
You're already winning. Because these companies are wicked. Like, that's. So then what was, okay, so then I gotta go backtrack some numbers. 176 million, right?
Yeah.
Or billion, no. 176. What was that? 176 million or 176? How many billions? Okay, so 253 divided by 2. Okay, 126 billion. So 126 billion is to be spent online in 2025.
Jeez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 126 million. I need one more. Wait, 126 billion? That's way more zeros than I had. I'm gonna off track this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. Okay. 126 billion. Damn. Okay. So if I was like, all right, I'll take 1 million of that for just the December month. Whew. Okay, I was way off. Holy smokes. Okay, how do you say this? To get $100,000, no, $1 million, sorry, million. To get $1 million out of the 126 billion that's going to be spent online only, all right, is 0.000007. 7/1 millionths of a percent. 7 times 10 to the minus 6. Now we're getting into like Einstein numbers. Wow.
Wow.
7 times 10 to the minus 6. 7 millionths of a percent to claim $1 million from the amount of money that's going to be claimed and dispersed over the month of November, December. No, just December. I split in two. That's just December.
Wow.
You don't got to try very hard to go get that.
You don't even have to be good to get that.
Was I supposed to meet somebody? Oh, that was no. Okay. Hold on. What? I mean, okay, so like if a factory makes 1 million phone chargers, only 7 of those will be defective. So go find the defective ones. That's the odds. That's the percentage to go grab $1 million from $126 billion that's going to be made and transacted in December.
Wow. If that doesn't make it feel attainable.
All right. Well,
That's numbers, man.
I'm gonna leave you with that.
Wow. Wow. That's numbers. Well, I appreciate it, Trey. That was actually really cool. And great session. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for sharing all the pearls that you have with us. We appreciate you tremendously.
Appreciate you guys. See you guys next week. Bye.
See you next week. All right, gang. On that note, I will let you go as well. I have a 1:30 I have to get to right now. But great day. Always fun to be with Trey. I'll let you all go. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll